Hello and welcome to the Cobalt Cafe where we're playing Phi Apophasis in GURPS 4th edition. I am Luke the GM and we've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Violet, the spy/mentalist.
We've got CD.
Hi, I'm CD. I'll be playing Mary Strickler, the nurse with a sword.
That's a good one. We've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara, and I play. I lost it. Oh, honey, I play Abby Normal.
We've got
Normally. Abby Normally. Sorry. Normally, not normal.
That cartoon character just forgot a name. We've got Everald.
Hello, I am Everett, and I play Piotr, who is having a crisis.
And we've got James.
Hey, I am James. I play Sigrid the Berserker, the leader of the fault leader of the resistance.
Yeah, so I've not really updated the time, the day yet, but I have already updated the map. So last session, Nick died. After the meeting, immediately after defeating the kaiju and talking to Old Glory, who seemed to defect or at least abandon the US military after watching a daughter die, Sigrid declares that you must strike. Some of the teams are sent to keep the American hostage boats trapped in the bay, whilst you decide to attack the airport in a full-on assault. You commandeer some missile artillery launching vehicles and use them to strike at US bases on Langdama. Nick fucking died. What followed
Brutally.
was a brutal 12 hours war. Roll me leadership, please, Sigrid.
See if I can find my mouse.
Good luck. So, yeah, things kinda heat up. All the cells go on a full offensive. Edgeblood goes insane. That boy.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Can I add a
Strategy?
level to that? I got so much points. I haven't spent any points.
I'll let you.
Yeah,
I'll let you spend enough points to get a level in leadership through whatever means.
yeah, I don't want to blame Sigrid for the reason that we're occupied still.
You're not still occupied, but I think you do suffer more losses than you perhaps could have with a crit success. The reroll I'll allow. Minimal losses, at least from your cell. You play it smart. The Americans are on somewhat of a retreat almost immediately, and you're not sure why. But then, after 12 hours, it becomes clear when Russian jets are flying over the island, followed by Chinese jets. It quickly becomes clear that the UN has denounced the actions of the US on Nirvana, especially the nuke that they set off yesterday, and currently an aid mission headed by USSR and China's underway. They come in, distribute all sorts of aid, make sure no one gets too sick from radiation poisoning. The US get their asses beat at the UN, but they don't really give a shit about it so much. Over the course of about 6 months, the UN decides that perhaps metahumans should be afforded some rights. This is mainly thanks to arguments from South American nations in the UNICEF Federation. And it's sort of agreed that Nirvana should stay a safe place for metahumans, and that it should be divided and allowed caretaking by other nations. That's a really weird way of saying that. We're going all. Colin's not here today, but he said something great after session last week. If Germany's a sandwich, we've turned Nirvana into a fucking pizza.
Yeah,
Essentially.
that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty certain you will have all chosen to live in the Unisur district.
That's a pretty good call.
Who is Unisur again?
This is the
South
South
America.
American. So
Okay.
they all the federations that are
Why don't you world map it?
yeah, let's world map it. So there's a lot more large federations in the world than are actually now controlling Nirvana. But the UN held like these big multiple voting sessions over like 4 months, and it was agreed that the European Pacific Alliance, the USSR, China, the US, and South America would all get a slice of the Nirvana pie. And they've all got pretty different ethics about how a safe haven for metahumans should be run. The most similar, or at least, the one with the least oversight, the one that says, if we could do what you want, we're not really in control, is South America. People have returned to the island in swathes to go to the South American district that had fled to South America. People like, Lily, Mila, Ray Yon Dunning, Leonard Bruglia.
Fucking Leonard.
Fucking Leonard. And just about everyone you know is deciding to stay there. No one you know decides to stay on Langdama. It's clear that there are Americans there. They keep bringing people. Some of them might even be metahumans. It's quite secretive on Langdama. Once this is agreed, people start moving in fast. These are the general divisions that get split up, as you can see. All of Langdama ends up US. And they pretty quickly start building a wall all around the coast. They close the only entrances by bridge, and they heavily control the ports and access from Langdama to the airport, which is neutral, sort of. It's ran by the UN, so it's not ran very well at all. And security there is entirely the UN peacekeeping forces. But yeah, that's enough like recap of history. Let's just get going somewhere, right? You're all in the South American district. It's 6 months later. It's what shall we say, January 2004.
Think that's about
Happy New
right?
Year.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Happy New Year. The occupation's over.
Kind of.
Kind
Sort
of. Sort of.
We want to maybe make it a little less. It could be the middle of Saturnalia.
I was considering that. Yeah, let's go Saturnalia 2003. When is Saturnalia? December, right?
Starts the 17th.
Middle of Saturnalia? It's the 20th of December 2003.
Sounds good.
I don't care
yeah,
what
works for me.
day that is. So the districts have been in place only a month or so. Already, life is vastly improving. There is no need for metahumans to register in this district. Very few have chosen to stay in any other of the districts. But already you know that people from those global areas are emigrating to Nirvana. Whether they're being brought or coming of their own will is unknown.
Kind of turning into a metahuman dumping ground, it seems like.
A little bit is what it looks like, and the population is still very low though. It's like it's been a ghost town these last 4 months, you know.
The whole island kind of looks like Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, Mars City 2, about 10 years ago. Everything now's a building site. I'm sure that's not gonna burst anytime soon, this bubble I'm seeing. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
So there's hardly any just normal humans. It's almost all metahumans that are there, and
It's about half and half at minute. Every other person
Okay.
is a metahuman. But in general, there's just not many people on the island anymore. Like, it's a
So, like-
place that this time last year had millions. Well, not this time last year. This time 2 years ago had millions.
so like the blocks are kind of just like way more empty than normal.
Yeah,
Everyone's topside.
you could legit have an entire block to yourself if you wanted. You can fit mostly everyone topside at the minute.
Okay.
Sweet.
And yeah, I think at the minute negotiations are underway for governmental elections for the district. Lily Dunning is a front runner. I think you've all been invited to her house right now. Flip it. Have I got that? I must have. Do I still need to transmogrify it? What a
Her
nerd
house,
I
I
am.
don't think still exists, but because that's what was on Langdama. But her parents' house exists.
Yeah, that's the one I mean.
I think it's there. I think we had
We're
seen
back
her.
in the penthouse.
We're back in the penthouse, baby. As soon as I transmogrify it.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure it already existed, but okay.
It might do. But now I've got it. There's going to be a bunch of randos on it, I'm sure. I'll delete them as quick as I can.
Probably.
Begone, randos. Oh, God. I didn't get after him. That is weird.
You got the helicopter.
Yeah, that's the weird part. I wanted to like everything but the helicopter. My God. Right, copy the helicopter. Select everything. Delete it. Paste the helicopter. Chugga, chugga, chugga. There is one amazing scene I'm going to gear at some point. I can't wait for that. Well, it's somewhat of a party. Fairly subdued, but still lots of movers and shakers here, including all of you nerds. What were you moving and shaking? Obviously, you've got
Mila.
Lily Dunning, the actual lady of the house, Mila Dunning, her lovely wife, who is also a front runner for political office in the district, Rayon Dunning. Ulfeed's here. Ulfeed's still alive, live and kicking. This is the longest
Which Ulfeed is
Ulfeed's
this?
been around. Same oldest Ulfeed as was recovered from underwater.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, she's been here for a while.
Violet and Tenzin are here together. Tenzin Damdul, son of the founder of Nirvana, Chozon Damdul. I think there's a big announcement going to be made tonight, actually.
I think you might be a little confused also.
Oh, really? Is it
I think that was-
Audrian?
Yeah,
Oh, Doi. The
Yeah,
Doi.
they're in Japan. They're not necessarily back.
No, they're not. Numbnuttery right there. That's sad. I got so confused.
So did all the new people just get invited by proxy? Like
Pretty much.
Sigurd got invited, and then they just kind of came along too.
Yeah, I mean, Violet's known she'd be invited. Abby's been latched on to Violet for the past 4 months, for sure.
These
Works
girls
for me.
probably there, or Cheese Woman's probably there.
Oh yeah,
Seeing
Malia
as
would be
her
here.
bow's back.
Her bow? Oh right, yeah, Lily.
The blonde twins.
Blonde. The blondes. And, you know, there's Saturnalia music playing. Generally good times, vibes. Fenn's happy. He's got a big old bowl of mulled wine to lap from.
Nice.
Sigurd definitely comes in and is just like, Mila, Ray, Lily, oh, I'm so happy to see you.
And you, Sigrid. It's good to be home, even if it's not quite how I remember it. Things are
We
getting
may have
better.
won one fight, but I don't know if we did made it better.
We're getting there.
I see what has happened to this island, and I not know if this is actually better.
It's better than a year ago, Sigrid. That's undeniable.
They're peace for now, but for how long?
Sigrid
All
bringing
all the rest of the world has decided to join the United States in this kind of tyranny. South America, UNICEF not so bad, but
UNICEF.
it's still, or what is it?
UNICEF.
UNICEF, UNICEF, better than rest, but they still not belong on Nirvana.
To be fair, there's not many of them here, and they really are trying to help more than anything. But no, you're right. We should be independent. We should be one day. The mandate from the UN states that the first review will be in 4 years, and that in no more than 50, Nirvana should be independent of all foreign influence. In terms of imposed laws and rulings.
Well, yes. Enough of that. Enough of that. Mila, I'm so happy to see you.
And you, Sigrid. We've got
Where?
presents for everyone.
Ooh, I like presents.
It'd be like little genital-shaped sweets.
Shh.
Awesome.
All right. Cocksuckers.
Cocksuckers. Fanny lickers.
Language.
Where's Tana?
Did you just say language?
Oh yeah, Hannah. Of course, Hannah's here.
Oh yeah, Hannah's definitely here.
You take the cock, Sigrid. I'll take the pussy.
Also, is
Body
Strix
mounts
here?
get put into the corner.
Luke, is Strix here?
Strix. Do you mean
Lily's
Blix?
daughter, accidental daughter.
Oh, probably not. This is like an adult party, I think.
Okay.
Hannah. Hannah is probably in a special folder. Home base.
Yes.
I needed to organize that one as well. Whooey. Sorry, I'm on the move. Party, woo! Someone shouts.
So yeah, these are all the moves and shakers. Violet says a little awkwardly to Abby.
Movers and shakers, huh?
Yeah.
Have to shake all their hands tonight.
Mila, Ray, I believe I have someone to introduce you to.
A couple of people.
Couple of people, yes. This Piotr, this Mila and Ray, and Lily, and they found me in ice. They accepted me into their family. They truly wonderful people.
You're
Pietro
like,
gives him a little bit away.
you're gonna be a surf captain now, Piotr? Like, we'll be putting some kind of surf back together. and like
It would,
you've got a lot of experience, more than most.
he
How does he
looks.
surf on the big board? He's so big. The board's so little. I don't think they make surfboards big enough.
Like, how long have you been here?
Her arm like stretches around in a big like curly crawl motion, and then she grabs her chin and strokes it and goes, "I think about a year now."
It's an acronym. Like, Special Emergency Response Force? Not
Oh, so copper. You're gonna be copper.
I mean, he
Hey.
would be a better cop than a spy. No offense.
Thank you. He says very humbly. I'm very surprised about this. He was definitely not expecting it.
But he does have a pretty big surfboard too, though. So you're not wrong there.
Besides, he make his surfboard out of ice. I've seen it. It's impressive.
Um, uh, it's a pleasure to meet and to assist Nirvana. It's been so long that I was starting to question if we were doing the right thing.
like we are, you guys are, the world isn't. So like, Abby, was it?
Abby normally. At your service, she'll stretch out her arm really far and like make her hand a bit bigger.
You're getting quite a few stares, even in this party where, like, only 3 people are human.
What? You guys never watch a cartoon?
Leonard's knocking around. Come on, Leonard, where you at? Have I got a token for you? You bet I have. Like, yeah, all the time. In fact, I recognize you, I think.
Well, and then lastly, to introduce this Mary. I'm not entirely sure how she ended up with us, but we thankful she did.
She had a sword
Hi.
and she went pow pow and killed everybody.
Oh,
I think I did more damage with the Humvee than I did the sword, but you know.
a killer. Fit right in
Leonard,
with Sigrid.
Leonard, it's
Sigrid.
actually good to see you,
Great to
and
see you, Sigrid.
I am sorry
Sorry for what?
for so much. How I treat you before occupation. I am sorry. I am truly sorry.
Sigrid, we've always been best pals. What are you talking about?
Okay, glad to hear it.
I'd hug you if my skin didn't feel like it was killing me. I love you, Sigrid. You're the best.
Thank you. Leans over to Violet and is just like, you think he suffer from memory loss? I never very nice to him before.
Still though, are you feeling okay?
I think you ask that and you actually see like a couple of tears well up, and then she just gets this like PTSD 1,000-yard stare for a second.
Like Violet does look genuinely concerned.
Yeah, like if you read any surface thoughts, like she is like there is
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
yeah, PTSD is like definitely like outwardly she's handling everything really well, but like there are signs from time to time that like she just
Ben's
spent
kinda taken on a bit of that persona as well. He stays really close to Sigrid's side pretty much constantly now.
He's
yeah
being
he's,
a animal resource dog, or like
yeah
Aw.
an animal or a support
Emotional
animal.
support animal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
emotional
that's the
support
one.
animal. Yeah.
He is very much like that, but also he's like he's become a bit, Like, he'll growl at you if you come near Sigrid when she's in a bad way, kind of stuff. Except
So
for
yeah,
Hannah.
like, yeah,
Oh, Violet definitely takes note of that, but isn't pressing it in front of a giant crowd because that's the
Yeah.
worst possible situation.
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
It's Sigrid's first big social gathering since the war crimes trial, probably. I'm laughing, but
Is it time to flash back to a war crimes trial?
we probably should flash back because Sigrid,
That's
you were
actually-
almost definitely accused of war crimes.
I think most of us would be.
Yeah, I think generally all of you were. I mean, improvising compelling courtroom drama, I don't think is something that we can achieve.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I-
Let's just leave it at there was a war
Just one-
crimes trial.
Just one flashback, and it's like, well, at least we didn't let Abby take the stand. It's like, I swear, I'm gonna tell him that the bomb was only a little bomb. I can make a bigger bomb.
I think they're not concerned about that particular bomb.
Oh yeah,
Abby.
Abby did take the stand. He said all that about the bigger bomb, and they were like, no, the use of TNT is acceptable at amounts much greater than you used, Ms. Normally.
I think they
I just-
probably had a little bit of a problem with us aerial striking our own like indiscriminate airstrikes against like Dama.
I mean, that was not great, but I don't think that's a war crime. I
No,
think it was the
it's
kidnapping of the civilians.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it never comes out that you kidnapped James Cameron. And his memory was never wiped. In fact, I think he's been in touch a couple of times since.
He's
At
pretty
this
nice,
point, he
actually.
sees it as a big adventure.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be in one of his movies.
yeah, he's made millions off being kidnapped by you guys.
You already made a trailer about the whole situation.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh yeah, I bet there is some crazy movie out like right now.
I
In
mean,
my defense, his mind was really weird and hard to break.
It would take longer than 6 months to produce a movie at James Cameron scale. It's still like a couple
That's
years
true.
out.
That's
oh no, yeah, he started conceiving it. In 30 years, it'll come out. He'll just change it so everyone's blue people or something.
Ah,
But
That's racist.
oh shit, that is racist. It
All's coming back together.
That's when you hear it. A very familiar song. I'm tempted to risk a copyright strike, but I'm not actually gonna do by playing it.
What's
But you
the
might have
song?
heard of a band called Eiffel 45 and their hit
Dama
song
D, Dama Die.
I'm Blue.
And, like
can-
the two blue people in the room are like, fucking this
Oh.
song.
That's by those guys?
Yeah.
Literally never heard of them before now. I just know that song.
More like
Yeah, everybody just knows that song. They didn't put anything else out.
you're in the street on a sunny day and you hear it really loud playing, and then Trent drives past in a convertible blue car playing that song. And turns and looks at you and tips his blue sunglasses.
And disappears into the ether.
It just keeps driving, yeah. Or the car just like dissolves into a fractal pattern. So Trent is seemingly on the island somewhere. In fact, he's probably already teaching maths. Math.
Always has been.
Always has been. Never stopped, bro. Just maybe not on this plane.
So yeah, I think as we're all gathering and everything, Sigrid reaches like into her back pocket and pulls out a power suppressing cuff, and she like slaps it on her wrist and goes over to the liquor cabinet.
Heyo! Anna says like, oh, babe, yes. I've been saying you should do this. Yes.
It's time to celebrate something.
Let's get crunk. Yeah, you were cleared
This
of
is
war
nice.
crimes. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
We're gonna say the U.S. actually. General MacDonald was not hanged or anything like that, but he was stripped of rank. The UN forced the US to strip General Ronald MacDonald of rank.
Yeah, unfortunately, Langdama is now controlled by an even crazier dictator.
Pretty much,
Hello,
yeah.
Kentucky. No, I fucked that up. Damn it.
I didn't hear it, so it's fine. You can do it again in like 5 minutes. We'll not notice. Aye, partying is occurring.
This is a very swanky place you guys got here. I like the accoutrement.
Like, I can't believe it survived. It's amazing, frankly.
I can't believe you guys were able to get it back. I figure these ones are going quick.
I was here quick, also, Lily says. Like, after the nuke went off, I started concentrating, gathering my friends. The owls have returned to Nirvana.
Oh, there are just so many owls now.
So many owls now. Not on Langdama. Your secret's out to the Americans. It's unclear if it's out to the USSR, China, and the EU, but they're not actively killing the owls in their areas. So you are. Well, you are, lol. Lily is regaining full coverage of the island. And, like, yeah, this place was, I don't know, like a military crime scene investigation. I just came and changed the locks. And obviously, most of downstairs was still set up as a hospital. And I figured that would be important, given a nuke was just set off, like, over there.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Mila sighs. She's like, we're gonna see birth defects, I'm sure of it. Some people took some pretty heavy doses. Been doing studies of genetic mutations that people have suffered. It may have an effect on metahumans and the birth rate.
You know, I seem to heal from radiation at great rates. Maybe you can use some of my genetics to help them?
She's nodding, slowly, thinking as she sips a strong drink. And Ray, who's already like a full bottle of wine deep, just says like, "Stop talking nerd shit. Drink faster." And she like tips Mila's glass as she's drinking from it, so a bunch splashes down her chin. And she
I like
sounds like,
this.
"Drink."
I like this broad. Here, I brought a gift for everyone. You're supposed to bring gifts for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she like reaches in between her cleavage and fiddles around for a bit, and then pulls out like a big old keg.
Big old keg.
And like puts it on the counter.
A couple of you might notice that Ray's just still staring at the cleavage. Don't even notice that a keg's been pulled out. And she says like, "I need a drink." "Oh, nice, a keg. Who brought this? And where's my gift?"
Sigrid kind of drunkenly points over at Abby.
That was the gift. Although I got other gifts for other people, like this one. She goes again to the cleavage again and just hands Audrey a obviously the biggest wrench you've ever freaking seen, wrapped in paper, but it's still in wrench shape.
Mm-hmm. Mila, did we have a tap? A what? It's in the sink. No, a keg tap. I found it. Never mind. And that goes on a little bit.
Thanks. What is it?
You'll have to open it and see now, won't ya?
And she does so. I think that's a tradition.
Does it explode?
No, it's actually just a big old wrench.
Ah, I thought it were gonna be like a stick of dynamite or something.
No, like anything she pulls from her cleavage is not
Cartoony. It's
cartoony.
it's real world something.
That's
Cool.
just her storage.
It's a big wrench. It's a good one. I'm assuming.
Or is it too large to be good?
It's like it's cartoonily big. It's like a wrench you would use for like a battleship.
Yeah, you've not got many pipes that need tightening that are that size.
So she'll carefully put it down against the counter because it's probably heavy enough that you can't just carry it around.
Yeah.
Or Violet can't carry it around at least. She doesn't have that kind of cleavage.
At some point, some drunk person's gonna pick it up and be like, "What's with this wrench?" And then go to put it down on the glass table by just like dropping it.
That's absolutely gonna happen.
And Leonard's just gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
Helena just like is rubbing her temples and she's like, "Oh my god, I just had a terrible vision of the future."
We're seeing one of those
stupid
wrenches
bastard.
that Siler walked around with in Stargate.
Yeah, right. And this is for you, Mari. And like she reaches across the like room with her stretchy arms and hands you a rock.
Aw, thank you.
It is like a sharpening stone, granted.
Oh, it's a whetstone.
Yep. A big
Oh,
one.
thank you. I needed one of these. I have absolutely no money, so I haven't been able to buy any stuff for Sanguius.
You should use that on me.
Thank you.
It is a fine gift. Thank you.
Wait, how do you have no money still?
Well, I don't exactly have a job.
Well, right. Like, people are
Universal
hiring.
income
Like,
cap?
yeah, go to the main building. I wonder where that is right now.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
No worries.
Probably at the university there.
Yeah, it'd probably be a head to the university situation. Or maybe, I think that's like one of the main university buildings right there. Huh. Dunning Penthouse. What do you think's happened to Sigrid's base over the last 6 months, Sigrid?
Probably moved again.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe it got moved and she's still like.
Operating out of there.
Yeah, like I think they're just operating on silent mode right now because there's just so much random political upheaval. So yeah, no, like yeah, I think it's still fully operational. It got moved around and like it's just on silent running.
You're
Like
not on war mode.
yeah, like
You're
you
at
know,
DEFCON 3.
yeah, everybody's gone to their like regular lives or as close to them as they can, but like I feel like there's like weekly check-ins and just you know everybody knows where it is, and if it's time to go back to active war mode, then everybody just reports.
You're ready. Waiting.
Exactly.
Cool shit. Mawson's here.
Also, and Big Red, this one's for you. And again, the shape of an inaccurate Viking helmet again wrapped in wrapping paper, so you can still tell what the hell it is.
Yeah, he definitely
uh,
opens the office. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
no, go for it.
No. I thought she was talking to me. I'm an idiot.
Oh, no, you're not
Yeah,
an idiot.
Big Red.
Sigrid like accepts it. She's obviously like she's got a line of empty shot glasses in front of her at this point. Like, oh, it's like one of those Viking helmets I see from the movies that one of the nerds wear when we first get to island. That'd be so nice. I love it. She tears it open and plops it on. It looks so stupid. I love it. And smiles over at Hannah.
Looking great, babe.
And then here
Oh,
you
I
go, big
know.
guy, the big bear. You like go over, and it's actually a box this time.
Box. Yeah, he'll definitely open the box.
It's one of those like undercoat brushes for like a Siberian husky.
Slick a brush.
Oh, thanks. I already gotta get rid of my old one. Thank you. And you'll be happy about it.
And I didn't know what to get the rest of y'all, so that's why the keg's here.
Ray's already like pouring out beers. She's like, this is really good stuff. What is this?
She probably stole it. So like from one of the retreating general's house or something like that.
Like kegger American beer, yeah, course or
Keg of
something.
American beer, and then like, or no, some like probably like homespun IPA or some shit like that. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Like a micro brew.
It's enriched with flavor.
I also got a ton of liquor in here.
Just start pulling out random bottles.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Saturn
All
alien,
from
babe.
General McDonnie's house.
Like, that's a good haul. That guy liked to drink. So there is like a slight ulterior motive for inviting you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're thinking secret surf, but not so secret. Sorry, my throat. We're thinking like a team, like national defense kind of deal. I
We get a
already
punch.
know you're up to like something red. And like pretty much I want you to keep doing it. But like for once, I don't want to be involved. But I want to make
Really?
it as official as like you guys want it to be because it's almost certain that I'm gonna get elected at this point. I mean, I'm trying not to spy, but based on what my owls are seeing, I'm gonna win.
Win at what, honey?
Uh, like the election, you
Oh
know,
yeah, that shindig.
you've got to vote. Like, you could vote for me if you wanted. You could vote for my mom too. There's gonna be like three of us all together in the top position. We agreed not to share it. I mean, we agreed to share it, not to like just have one person in power. My throat.
Get some water.
That's not a bad idea. No, we
We can
gain it.
bullshit between ourselves. While we get water.
I
You
mean,
know,
we are definitely going to need some kind of a group to deal with things. Like most governments do have something like that.
like, you know that the rest of the places on the island are going to be doing that. And, like, some of the ideas we have might not be very popular with their fascist ways. I'm worried it's going to go back to a sort of shadow deal, like before the invasion, when the US was just paying people off to do bad shit, make us look real stupid and like assholes, when really they're the fucking assholes.
I mean, that is going to happen.
And like, surf alone isn't good enough. Like, you need the sneaky shit. I hate it, but you like need actual spy shit. There's things the owls can't get to, especially on Langdama. They've got these anti-owl lasers. They're fucking barbaric.
Well, that's a very specific thing. Who
They
would they need that?
They designed it just for me. Like, I share my vision with nearby owls, and they share theirs with mine. I always have, like, honestly, it's really annoying most of the time. But it means I can see wherever there are owls, and so the fascist Americans don't like that.
Yeah, they're usually pretty big on their privacy.
So, you're a little peeping Tom then. I like you, honey. Is the peeping Tom when a girl does it? Peeping Tammy?
Anya.
Peeping
Like,
Tom, yeah. There you go.
I can be convinced not to look if you really insist on it.
So I guess the question is, how public was everybody planning on being? I wasn't planning on getting arrested myself, but like, how official uh, is Sigrid back?
Sigurd is back, yes.
Excellent. Like, how official were you thinking, Sigrid?
Sigurd's like, the conversation starts getting kind of serious, and she like takes the wrist bracelet off and sobers up instantly.
Oh,
She's just like, well, I not, I not honestly think about that too much. Like, last 2 years I've spent on the ground. I've been fighting. What word they use? Insurgency, and not no. I wish not to fight in secret that way anymore. I also too recognizable to be good spy like Jason Bourne or James Bond.
Like, James Bond is instantly recognizable. I never got how he was a good spy. Everyone knew who he was.
well, I mean,
That's
mostly what he
true.
did was kill other spies.
Who's James Bond?
Like, you'd be great at that, Sigrid. Yeah, like, is there a spy killer position? Jack, did you have a spy killer position? And Jack's like got a huge beer in one hand and he's playing with a wrench in the other, like it's as big as he is. And you know, he's just like holding it like a giant wizard's staff compared to him. And he says like, spy killer. Yeah, we could use spy killer.
Coming to spray?
Could we
Look, Audrey, to answer your question though, I not know. Like what I did, I seem to be very good at, but
I mean, you've been in charge for a while. Been making a lot of tough decisions for quite a while, though. Like, it's okay to take a break.
Like, yeah, we don't want to force you into anything, Sigrid. Like, you do you, you know?
Yeah,
It's
but now
always,
not time to take break. Like, if
I,
if 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 Nirvana get true freedom, we not have time to take breaks.
Apparently, we got 50 years.
I don't like how that sounds.
Mila says, no, that's a bit too long. But like I said, there is a mandate that it will be reviewed in 4 years. Of course, the US did manage to get in lots of sneaky clauses, and the whole thing's a mess, really. It's the UN. Mila explains a little bit more about the politics behind it. You were all there at the first, well, most. I don't think you were all there, but Sigrid, you were in the very first negotiations.
Okay.
Uh,
And how did that go?
I wonder. Like less than 12 hours after the nuke landed.
Savoir-faire politics.
Yeah, roll that, Sigrid.
I think it's IQ -5.
Those are two different skills, but
Oh yeah, politics. So
Well, let's just go with an easy.
I was gonna say I doubt she has either of them.
Holy shit, that was close though.
Yeah, that's a decent roll.
He didn't
I mean, with her
botch it.
Hey,
lawyers
sorry,
there,
I'm back. What
Oh,
happened?
welcome back.
with her
Oh.
lawyers there, she might have done a decent time.
Yeah, we've just been shooting shit generally, and yeah, Sigrid, actually, that's like a success on the nose. We sidelong bonuses. So yeah, negotiations went decently, and a ceasefire was agreed, and the US was not to leave Langdama under any circumstances. No more US troops anywhere on the island other than on Langdama, and
Pull back of the ship, probably.
yeah, USS Ronald Reagan to leave waters. What's the others that I was gonna say? You didn't want any significant soldiers from UN or USSR or China on the island, but you had to end up settling for UN peacekeeping soldiers on the island, at least at first. And even now, there's not meant to be military from any country on the island, and nor is any group meant to start a significant, what do you call it, military force from their enclave.
How are they keeping the peace without military?
The UN peacekeeping forces are the ones that are here, and other countries are bringing in a sort of ad hoc police force.
But yeah, if you want a meta team, I'm on board. That's the word, right? Meta team.
There's also like a no-fly zone been implemented by various ships and aircraft carriers from the USSR and China. But yeah.
Sorry, briefly distracted.
Mhm. Um.
You're gonna.
You get it?
It's a paying gig, right?
Mhm.
Well, then
I
I'm in. You got me my service, and you got my vote too. She'll stretch her hand and grab her hand, like shake for an extremely long time.
Well, that's great to hear.
Sigrid does make a good point though about or lack of subtlety, though. Most of the fighters in this room are pretty obvious at this point.
I'm subtle. When have I not been subtle?
There is nothing subtle about you.
The dynamite. She starts listing things.
It part of your charm, actually.
The sounds of a whetstone being like shorn against a sword.
Tonk, tonk, tonk on the screwdriver. Sorry, wrench.
Wrench.
People are like, that's a fancy sword. I am a fancy sword, yes. I am a great magical sword. Slayer of evil.
Well, so look, the way I see it is if we are going to start getting taken seriously, we need to have to start with our own peacekeeping force. Maybe if you get into office, that's Lily, that's what need to happen. We need to start our own
Like,
peacekeepers.
agreed. Like, we need to show the rest of them that there's a way to do it right. That there's a way to do it.
Like the way she thinks.
Looks around the room expectantly.
A few people twitch eyebrows, like, ooh.
I mean, maybe not my biggest one. Maybe this one. She goes under the garter, reaches around for a second, pulls out only a 50-pound hammer.
It says 50 pounds on it in big cartoon writing.
This one doesn't have the rockets.
A few
Yeah,
more
no, that makes
blinks.
sense.
Like, a proportionate response, yeah. Like, sometimes a hammer is necessary. Like, sometimes you just gotta be
Thieves
nice.
need their hands cut off.
Like,
No.
like maybe this party's not the best place to talk about, like, what laws we should have and shit like that.
If you guys are reforming Surf, though, you should have a required training video or something.
Like, yeah. I think we'll have a couple of training videos and like a whole, entrance exam and things. And like constant on the job training. Yeah, it's gonna be good shit. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm curious if it's going to work out. No offense, but I'm a little skeptical of sort of the day-to-day ability. There's a lot of metas that are really good at the hero stuff, but walking a beat, that's different.
She nods.
It's boring.
Like, that's where humans are gonna come in, I think.
I guess that makes sense. Have the humans do the boring stuff.
They just need to be able to be safe. And it's not like we're having them do it. And there's a lot of metahumans who would much rather be doing the boring stuff than...
I mean, we still got some of those robots in a garage.
I agree. Maybe it also time to talk about the resurgence of Knack.
Knack?
I never liked that name, says Mawson.
Oh my god, I always hate that name too.
It's so bad.
What's a knack?
Nirvana Action Heroes.
Champions.
It did not come
Right.
to it.
As soon as everyone I'm gonna metagame a little bit. As soon as everyone says they never like the name, Lily's gonna get pissed.
Yeah. Or at the very least, silently fuming.
Yeah, exactly.
She just frowned. Yeah, she mutters like, I never had a problem with it.
She was the one that came up with it.
I've been told it was a good name.
Malia, like Cheese Girl's patting her on the back. Cheese Woman's patting her on the back. Well, it'll need a name first, but yeah. I think we need a supers team.
Super Snazzy special friend. No, Super Snazzy. Superior support. Singularity?
I'd try to avoid using consecutive S's in your.
No, because then we could be this.
But as soon as someone calls you the SSSS, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I think name not important right
Why?
now, but
Weren't you
Just
like,
gonna ponder. When
aren't
were
you from the 40s?
Nah, I'm from 1935.
Someone get this girl a history book, or put the Discovery Channel on, or some shit.
Got it.
ooh, I like Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel was fun.
Like over at the big TV, someone's flipping through, and it's like weapons of World War II, Hitler's death cannon, or something like Hitler's Nazi magic, evil meta death cannon. Oh no, yeah, it'll be metas of World War II, not weapons of World War II. The meta weapons of World War
Gustav even Machter.
II. That's the guy. That were a guy who just had a big cannon for a face. Good old Gustav Cannon face.
The Power Pals.
His face was so big he had to be transported by railway. Power Pals is pretty good.
No, I not like that too because that also, I mean.
Yeah, you're the PP.
Oh, who would have
Drown him with the PP.
That never crossed my mind or anything. Ever. That's not why I suggested it.
Then do you do the Rodney Dangerfield eye roll?
She just is like looking up, like.
Fingers together.
Yep.
Wow, your mind is so innocent.
There's got to be someone in the room who goes, "Trust me, that woman is not innocent." And then like, did I say that out loud?
Says it. I want to know.
I don't know anyone. You choose.
Probably Cheese Woman.
Cheese Woman. Yeah, probably Cheese Woman.
It was actually Abby throwing her voice.
It was actually Abby throwing it. It's Abby stretches Jake style. I don't think you've got that much power. Jake's.
I can go up to. My stretch
URF.
is. My stretching goes up to.
You can do it a lot.
45 feet tall.
But I don't know about, the super fine detail forming that Jake does with his body in Adventure Time.
I do not have that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd model that with GURPS.
That would be
Shape-shifting.
scripting.
Yeah, shapeshifting. Let's not get distracted, though.
Shape-shifting with visibility on it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
just don't
all
have
sorts
joints.
of shit. Uh-huh. How about a quick break, honestly? I am ready for
I
that
can do
liquid
some
now.
Yeah, that
Sure.
works for me.
Alright, we'll be right back. We're back. I think you might have heard of 3 then, or the tail end, the tail end of one. So it's 6 months later. A whole year's passed now. No, it's 6 months later after the dumb nuke fell and didn't do shit all to a kaiju. You're all at a big fancy party. It is December 20th. It is the 3rd day of Saturnalia. Talking politics mostly. So there's a big election coming up. Your island's been split into all these shitty districts. Most of them, well, this one technically run by a federation of South American countries. The other one's run by other federations and bastard countries that aren't Nirvana. But yours is technically the least interfered with. On January 2nd, there will be an election in just about every district. That is when it will all become official. In the other districts, the election will involve also registering. All metahumans are going to be required to register. Um, they don't all have to do it on January 2nd. They have already started, a lot of them as well, the people that aren't staying in this registration-free district. Obviously, you're still registering in some sense, everyone is, but you're not registering your powers as a metahuman.
Fair.
You're not even registering whether you are a metahuman or not. In the EU, they don't track your powers so hard. They only track whether you are or aren't. In the USSR and China, and obviously in the US, they do very hard track everything you can do. And where you are, sometimes. But yeah,
Only if you have a dangerous power.
in about 2 weeks, it's going to become very difficult to travel to some parts of the island.
Piotr would like to do something. Well, I think he has been doing something among the 6 months that we have been here, uh, up until the point that they start putting barriers.
Yeah. What you been up to?
Um, First of all, remember the bike shop that I talked about? What district would that be?
So that is actually in this district that you're in.
Okay.
Burt's
So that
Bikes.
probably would have been the first place that he came in at. I don't know how destroyed it would be, but he would begin by cleaning the whole
Hmm.
place.
That's an above ground place that were fairly, run down at the time. Um, Bert is back now. Bit older, seen some shit. Bike shops in progress. I think Violet and Abby both like to work on cars and bikes in that bike shop. Sort of been helping.
I don't know how to do bikes as much. I have automobiles, not
Mhm.
unless bikes are
It's a
under
general
automobiles.
mechanics place now. It used to be
It's more of
specifically
a. If you're an enthusiast, you might hang out in that area with those people.
yeah. Piotr, I feel like you pretty much rebuilt it single-handedly at first, and then the community shows up, and you have a whole what's that program with that guy and move that bus, and Sears helps people.
Oh,
What is it? What's it called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That program where they like bash down someone's house and build them a new one.
Extreme Makeover
An
Home Edition?
extreme makeover home edition. You extreme makeover home edition Bert's bike shop, which was just like a pile of bricks, and you turn it into this big garage for cars and bikes and all sorts of shit. And like
nice.
Violet and Abby are like, Piotr, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, shit, we like fixing cars. Giddy up, brother.
Nice. So, he was able to have that little side adventure for
Uh,
that time on that side.
Pretty much when Bert gets back, like we're only a couple of months ago that he finally showed up, It were kind of a memorial shrine that you'd done because you'd assumed he were dead until 2 months ago.
Well, I thought Piotr helped her. Well, everybody get out. That
Oh, yeah, you did help him escape. Yeah, never mind. Ignore me. So yeah, he gets back and he just like breaks down crying. Thank
uh,
you.
big hug. Like incredibly big hug. Like Horn is. He might look tough. He is tougher than Piotr, but he's a
Oh,
softie, and
Horn.
he
His name's
loves.
Horn. Is it
Yes,
Bert Horn? Is Horn a nickname? I thought his
yes.
name was
Uh,
Bert.
His name is Bird. He calls him Porn because that's a nickname.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm off my head.
So he was he's really happy to see them. He makes sure to visit him every time he can, and he feels much better about this whole thing. Like he now feels progress. He feels less devastated for the cost of this whole war. But the next building he would check would be the water treatment plant for Nirvana.
I'm sure. Yeah, I think that would probably like already in progress. You get to that after the bike shop and like other people are on it. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay, so yeah, he is checking the city is fun, and he's just like trying to find himself
And
some use until he's told that.
it's like during this whole period as well, the UN is moving in, bringing in engineers, rounding up engineers and getting them to work, distributing fresh water and food to everyone. Because there are a lot of starving people on this island, or they were. Food production's getting back underway right now. There are like massive imports of everything from everywhere. Trade is picking up ridiculously fast in the Chinese district over to the west. They really looked out. They got parliament, um, took some concessions, but yeah, they ended up doing well. USSR and China are closer than they've ever been before. Um, like even closer than they were before the Sino-Soviet split of the 50s. They are now like bezies again, united against the hideousness that is the US. And the EU's somewhat friendly with them. And as friendly as they are with each other, they do seem to have built a wall between themselves. Like, there is no wall between the UNISER district and the EU district, but there's also not that many roads in between. Uh, like, there is legit a road and
That's
a
a good point.
train that
Luke,
goes.
about the wall,
Hmm.
when they were building it, whenever a particular segment of wall, Abby had a tendency of chainsawing down the metal rebar construction before they could pour the concrete or anything.
So they'd prepare one day and then come back the next, and it's been fucked up like some tanukis have been doing shit in Pompoko.
Exactly. Like,
I'm pretty sure walls are still under construction. Like they've been trying to start, and they have got large sections done, but
I'm just saying, like, one very specific segment or two, they
Okay,
just, like, it's just been a
cursed
nightmare
segment.
because you left us with a Armor Divisor 10 chainsaw.
I did. That's true. Although it doesn't last forever, that those teeth wear out pretty quick, especially against rebar.
Really? With
Yeah,
ten?
I'd imagine so.
Okay.
Meta is.
Well, you left us two of them. So.
I did, yeah. Um, is there any wall you've been focusing on? Because a lot of people are building walls right now.
Probably along where it'd be a really pain in the ass to do, along like this segment right here.
Okay. There are some where, they've just been using the natural features of the land as well as sort of a barrier.
Well, okay, maybe not there, but like here-ish.
Yeah,
Around where there's like a connecting road and kind of flat area.
Yeah, it'd be
Like,
doable,
right here.
and you'd almost certainly get in bother for it.
Yeah, Violet would probably warn you pretty soon. They're gonna set up cameras,
Don't get caught.
Oh,
You're gonna
as
get
long
caught.
as they get my good side. She says, puckering up. And winking.
You're adorable, and you're gonna get arrested.
Getting arrested's a real risk. But yeah, I think you cause a nightmare, at least long enough until Violet warns you off, and then you're not in
One day
jail
she
right
just
now,
literally
so you must have
grabs
slowed
me.
down.
One day she literally like grabs me and handcuffs me, and even though I could get out of the handcuffs easily, it's because she can't cuff me, I can't get out of them.
Violet's handcuffs are power dampening.
Well, there you go.
Was that a-
So yeah, that works out actually.
What does it look like when you get power dampened? Do you go all
Probably
wobbly and
turn into a
bendy?
noodle.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. It's not like when a real person gets power dampened. It's like when a cartoon gets power dampened.
I probably deflate and turn into like, you know, when toddlers like temper tantrum and you have to like drag them across the floor.
Yes,
Ah,
she's planting.
It's
Non-violent.
like,
it's all right. She's two-dimensional. I just roll her up and carry her off.
Some army guy's like, no, you're doing that all wrong. Look, you do not need to roll your sleeping bag up. It's called a stuff bag for a reason. You just jam it in there.
But yes, for like a good solid month or two, that wall does not get built.
I'll allow it. It's still not finished in a lot of places.
I mean, walls like that take a long time to build.
Mhm.
And
Look at the southern border.
and you know, there is only one person on this island who can do the very significant things that have been done underground. Like, there is no expanding and rejoining blocks. And those are proving very difficult for the, you know, new caretakers to map and seal off and fully take care of.
I imagine there's a lot of sort of scouting out of potential sort of routes before they seal things up.
Mm-hmm. Something just happened.
What just happened?
Dun dun dun.
We have a follow Chino for the Renard 666. Thanks for following. Hello. Yeah.
Nice.
But
See, people are
so I
watching.
mean, like, I know.
No, I was just JKing you. So
Is it still like the 20th though, or is it the 21st now, or?
no, yeah, we
When
can
are
still
we?
be at that party if people want to party more.
Mary's starting to get really anxious, being cooped up without anything to do.
This is true. So
Honestly, same with Violet a little bit. It's a little weird being among civilians again.
Violet would have almost definitely been able to pick up on Mary's needs, I think, and Sanguinus's needs in particular.
Blood.
I need blood. Violet, I have a confession to make. I am not all that pretty and glorious that I seem. There is somewhat of a curse to me, for through all glory there must be some flip side to that coin of light, and I can only bring justice to this world by destroying evil. And within evil there is blood, and it is blood that I need. And poor Mary has not swung me righteously in many weeks. There must be
Will
something we
will
can do.
pig's blood work?
There must be foes to be vanquished.
I think they keep pig's blood in their fridge. They used to.
This place is a hospital.
Or do you mean like metaphorical blood, or like do you have to stab someone?
Do they have used leeches at this medical establishment?
Gross.
Leeches are still a thing, right?
Yeah, here they are. I'm gonna pull out the biggest leech you've ever seen.
Holy shit! It's got eyes. It's got angry eyes and teeth.
Ah! Oh, I need to be rolling for these.
Yeah, you do. Because you've got unpredictable on it.
Oh god. So you pull out the leech, and then a sword is quick drawn and murders the leech.
Duh, giant leech.
A
It's like
giant
probably
leech
200
that just
pounds.
fed on a human? Success by 3 on your intelligence roll?
It's like 200 pounds.
Just fed on something.
Just fed on something. Does it specify human blood?
Let me double check. That's for his unhealing.
Oh, yeah.
Sanguius himself just desires death of humanity.
So blood itself
Spoiler
isn't gonna
alert.
work.
Excuse me.
I don't feel like we've been quiet about it.
Mary, hush. We are soldiers of righteousness. You know this in your hearts.
Oh, Mary is 100%. This is CD talking.
CD.
Uh,
Voice above. Fourth wall to be built.
1 second. I forgot to put it in his description on the sheet.
The murder leech doesn't work. What just happened? I pulled out a 200-pound cartoon leech
That was still amazing.
at a party.
Yeah,
It does specify blood of humans for his unhealing.
He's not been damaged, though.
So was that an actual like sword attack that was just rolled, or like?
Yeah. Mary just had a giant leech shoved in her face. I mean,
Well, that's quite the party trick. Mila says. Like, everyone's gone quiet. The music's just playing in the background. What's a good noughties party song? Christmas 2004. Someone look it up for me while we're discussing. Leonard starts slowly clapping. Breaks the
Mariah Carey?
silence. Fan-fucking-tastic.
in 2003,
What?
Christmas All Around, Spirit of Christmas, cover of Oh Holy Night, Wish You Were Here, 12 Days of Christmas, Santa's List.
There, Jesus, the Christmas songs.
Also, this is Saturnalia Town.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Christmas song. It'd be just anything. Maybe something by Britney Spears? Toxic?
Probably. Something.
Outcast? When is
Britney
Hey
Spears
Ya
was popular
from?
before I was forming proper thoughts, so I have no idea.
When did Outcast's Hey Ya get released? Because I feel like that's playing right now. As the silence and staring at the leech.
Well, that was
2003.
invigorating.
What trick? What do you mean, party trick?
Like, killing a giant leech? Just making a giant leech? What is that thing? Where did it come from? Is the body, like, disappearing now?
No, not until I pull something else out.
No,
I'm
it looks like it's
currently
just
probably-
oozing on the floor. Gross. Like, why did you need a leech?
He asked for a leech, honey.
Like, can I get that out with bleach, or do I need, like, paint remover?
Not paint remover. Never paint remover.
I
I mean, nothing.
I don't think I've
I
even
mean, it'd be
got
bad
any
for the
in the
carpet.
house.
I think this is tile.
Sneaky, evil-looking guy in the corner goes like, takes some
Maybe
notes
whiteout?
and disappears. Whiteout. A giant eraser.
Nah, it'll go away. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, someone in the corner just shouts a giant eraser.
Anyways, but you don't need leeches for blood here. Like, they have it in bags these days.
It's not just blood that we need, though. You see, it's also the thrill of the fight, the righteousness of it all, and goodness.
I mean, the matches have been shut down for a while, but they'll be starting up fairly soon. I think in the new year.
The matches.
I mean, we could sign you up if you wanted to.
Sign me up for what? Sign us up. Yes, Mary, we are signing up.
I like to think that they're having this conversation across Piotr at the bar. Like, we're talking quietly, but he can clearly overhear all of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to drink and make like he's not actually hearing it because that would be unpolite.
Yeah, the Yakuza used to run some like exhibition matches and such. I mean, they're not
Like
usually
Shiva
till-
exhibition, honey.
They're not usually to the death, but it's like a boxing match.
Oh, that exhibition. You got me excited for nothing.
Yakuza. They sound Eastern.
Japanese.
Japanese, I think.
Oh,
Yes.
I've heard of those. Yes, they're quite the swords people, aren't they? Perhaps we should test our metal. Yes, set up the meeting. Occasionally someone will say, like, who is talking? Like, who is that? And then Sanguinus will be like, I am Sanguinus, the righteous, great sword of destiny. And they'll be like, never mind, and just walk away with a drink.
It's not really a setup to the meeting kind of thing. It's more of a wait until there's a fight night.
Well, wait we shall. Very good. Is tonight a fight night? I see the moon is high in the sky. It is a night. Is it fight night?
I mean, not the Yakuzas. Like, I told you, they're not starting up till the new year. Like, someone's probably running something.
Would that be the regular New Year or the Eastern New Year? I know they celebrate a different one.
Now you're kind of sounding racist.
My friend, I am from 100 years ago, and I'm sorry.
Earlier.
Earlier, hundreds of years ago.
Like the calendar year. The real thing.
Now who's racist? Their calendar is just as real as ours.
Time is a construct.
Yeah, this is getting too serious. I need a shot.
Mawson says, I'll race you. And he's lined up 30 shots.
You know
You're
what
gonna kill
goes?
yourself.
You know what goes with a good drink? A nice cigarette from Camel. All the doctors recommend Camel cigarettes. She's holding it like she's presenting it in a commercial.
He takes it. No, he walks over, kind of like, you know, staggers over, and holds up a lit match for you to light it yourself to smoke. Take a big drag.
Ooh, nothing's like the good taste of a Camel cigarette. 9 out of 10 adults recommend it for kids.
He kind of blinks. I didn't even know I had any matches on me. That were weird. Anyway, no, I'll race you. These aren't all for me. Unless you can't handle it.
Sigrid slaps the bracelet on again, and she's just like, I accept challenge.
I accept challenge too.
Ooh, I'll go next.
Oh my god, too many
Sounds
people are
like
into this. We need more shots. Everyone over to the table. We need a bracket for this. This is more serious than I expected. Leonard, set a bracket up.
We not need bracket. We just all take shots at the same time, and last one awake win.
Hers is way better, Jack. Shut the fuck up and take your shot. And then, yeah, people start taking shots.
I mean, his is designed better for gambling.
So, how hard is the liquor that we're taking?
It's, 40% ABV.
Wow. Okay, one shot, steam shot shoots out of Abby's ears, and she goes, nice! And then her head just slams down onto the table, and she's out.
Amazing. One shot. Jesus Christ. And he hands Leonard some money.
She said she was in. She didn't say she was going to win.
Well, at least things will be a little quieter. And then Sigrid looks at the group and raises her hand, her glass up, and says, "Skål!" and shoots it.
Prost, says someone. And the others. Kampai, says someone.
Up your bum.
Up your bum. Turn him
Roll
one.
Tide.
Anyone
Roll
got
Tide, not Washington.
alcohol intolerance?
Yep,
Nine.
that's why I got one down and was out.
Mary too.
I have tolerance
Oh,
Mm.
and no
Mary.
hangover.
Mary is going for it. Lily's fallen asleep. Cheese Woman's fallen asleep. Jack's still going, but he's wobbling hard. Piotr?
I was wondering, do I roll intelligence or HT?
It'd be HT. I think all the main contestants should really just roll HT. Wow, even before Mary's potential. Oh no, you included your bonus.
That's with my
Oh.
bonus. But yeah, without my bonus, it's 7 degrees. With it, it's 9.
Mary beats Sigrid. Piotr gets knocked out first. I forgot about Violet.
Does Sarcasm do help with alcoholism?
Yeah, I thought it did.
Is that
Some
what you're
counts,
using
but-
as well, Sigrid?
Yeah, and that's not part of the racial trait.
Mine includes the tolerance.
If that is included, I would have a +3.
Still not good enough. Mary wins. And then passes out. And Leonard just like rummages through all your pockets.
I mean, I don't think that everyone's drinking until pass out. That wasn't my plan, certainly.
Okay, so he rummages. Leonard just winks at you as he's rummaging through Jack's pockets.
Yeah,
Pocketing some more
I almost
Nova.
feel like it gets to a certain point, Mary's like winning, and Sigrid just nods at her incoherently and then takes
Mhm.
the bracelet off.
I mean, with drinking games, you know when you've lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With Very Fit, I have an 18, actually, for HT. For
Nice.
alcohol.
Nice. So yeah, that school nurse can knock 'em back. Holy shit. Fenn's asleep. He finished his bowl of mulled wine.
Oh, fan.
You all get woken up the next morning by Mila accidentally dropping the wrench through the glass table that half of you were sleeping, leaning against.
Awesome.
I fall into the glass because my forehead was still in it. I shoot up like a foot or like 5 feet off the ground and then run around the apartment going, glass! Glass on my face! Glass on my face!
Someone's
Go ahead,
asleep.
get over here. Come on.
Someone's asleep on the
Get
sofa.
that out.
And you like come to a stop with your face over him and like shards of glass, poking out your eyeballs.
Sigrid, Hannah, and Fenn are probably in their room.
Their old room.
Yeah.
Cute. That is cute. Look at Mary rolling no hangover and first aid. You just put that in there to roll the notes for us.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then the first state's to remove the glass from Abby's face.
You carry a handbag around with you, I'm guessing.
Whatever medical supplies I can get my hands on.
Yeah, I bet
Possibly more alcohol.
Yeah, it's not like there's any medical supplies in this building.
Does Abby bleed black or like red?
I don't think
Black.
she should bleed at all in this instance.
Yeah, no.
Like in a
You-
like that, it wouldn't be enough to get through your DR, but it is a very
I don't have
comedy
DR.
moment. You don't have any DR?
No.
Okay, so it might get through your DR, which is nil. but no,
But,
yeah.
like,
As
you
a
probably
cartoon moment,
would-
I don't see blood in this instance.
No, I don't think I bleed unless it's
You've not
It-
got injury
unless
tolerance,
it makes
no
sense.
blood. But yeah, unless it makes sense, kind of thing.
like
And you
I
suffer
have
the ill
supernatural
effects of.
durability,
Oh yeah, yeah, that.
which is hypercharged that
Yeah, that's.
injury intolerance.
I think.
You probably
that-
pull out her eye though.
Do you just snatch
Ew.
it back and polish it and pop it back in?
Yes.
Disgusting. Someone throws up. Someone's like stood in the kitchen. It's Helena. Helena's stood in the kitchen, like just leaning over the sink and like, oh my god, I feel terrible. And then she looks up and see you with your eye in your hand, popping it back in.
Oh,
She throws up a bunch of blue sick because she was drinking blue curacao all night. Or curacao? I don't know.
It's blue and delicious with Mountain Dew.
It's delicious with everything. It's the reason zombies taste like fucking Alka-Pops.
So,
Zombie.
guys, what do we want to do this morning? I'm perfectly ready to get going after I get some breakfast in me.
Who is this bitch? Helena says.
which one of us? I point back and
All
forth
of
between
these
the two of us.
bitches, she says. That one's been talking to a sword all night. That sword was talking to me all night. Sword snores. It's probably doesn't sleep, but it still
It
snores.
does.
It's pretending to sleep. It's
Never
really good at
sleeps,
pretending to
never
sleep.
eats. Oh, sorry.
It's really good at pretending to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Darn, I didn't take it. I had to pull it. I originally had Trickster on this character.
Hmm. You don't
Who
need
wants to
Trickster to be a dick.
Who wants to screw with the Ruskies?
I not think that yet wise idea.
Uh, actually, like, Lily's appeared, popped in, poof, behind Helena, and starts rubbing Helena's back. And there's multiple owls in this room and on the balcony. And Lily, like, tosses dead mice around, and the owls catch them. And Helena's just, like, throwing up more and more while Lily rubs her back and tosses mice around. Like, the Russians, kind of our friends right now, we think.
I mean, compared to the Americans. but,
Compared to the Americans, at least.
that's not a fair comparison.
Like, really, none of the other places are our friends, but certainly we don't want anyone to be caught causing real harm or interfering. I mean, there's still free movement, but you've got to be, like, really careful. The districts are already under their sort of military police forces. There's no Garys left, but I know there's metahumans from every country around.
Well, there's 2 Garys left.
A couple of people raise eyebrows that are still here. Most people have left, by the way.
Okay.
But you know what? It's probably just the people on this map that are left. But they're not all in these rooms.
The people
I mean-
that didn't want to drive home drunk.
Hmm.
We got Gary.
You've got Sagari.
Yotor does ponder and ask, how do we know the Russians are on Nirvana's side? Have they stated something to the world?
They were the first here. With the Chinese. To get rid of the Americans. Or to impose the ceasefire.
I just like the looks on their faces when I chainsaw down the wall. They're like,
You've
I
been
keep-
doing
I
that.
keep
this to our
telling you-
wall.
I keep telling you to stop doing that.
That was you.
Yeah.
Someone says.
Allegedly.
Maybe. Who, me? a sweet little angel like me, and her like little hair curly cue on the front will like turn into a little halo.
I don't know what I'm seeing right now. Someone says this is. I'm not an accomplice. This is a hallucination. I'm going. Great party, Mila. And yeah, everyone's woken up because there was a glass-filled cartoon character running around screaming a few minutes ago.
But
All right.
I'm with the Mr. Pointy. I'm bored out of my mind.
I mean,
Carrying
what
on
do you
that
do for
conversation from before you. Sorry.
fun other than violence?
Me? Magic the Gathering, though I don't have my deck anymore.
I'm not sure what any of those words mean. What?
Neither do
Kyoto
I.
blinks a little bit
You're a
and
wizard?
nods.
He's not a wizard.
But what is it then? If it's not magic, he's not a wizard.
And
Apparently,
that's
it's a gathering.
that's my
Well,
cue to
actually,
leave.
maybe he is, but she's not.
Leonard's just like, no, never again. Not since fucking Trent Brightmore. Don't say those words in front of me. And Leonard's like crying and leaving.
Somebody got locked out by a blue deck.
Piotr looks
Dabba-dee
interested.
dabba-die.
Blue?
Do you want me to explain the rules of Magic the Gathering once I can get some cards?
He
No!
nods and takes a notepad.
Mawson's just like a, no, do not. Don't even start. I'll lock you up. Lily's giving me that power. Right, Lily? You gonna let me lock people up?
She hasn't been elected yet.
Gonna throw away the key? She will be.
You can try.
She disappears and reappears behind you. Pop, pop. Like, maybe I will. Wink, wink.
Well, there's
What's
got to be something to do in town. This this joint is cooled down.
It's like the middle of Saturnalia. Can't you hear outside? And then she slides open the balcony doors, which are pretty well soundproofed, and yeah, you can hear partying in the streets outside already. It's like
Well,
8:30
there we
a.m.
go. There's the party.
Today is actually the parade day.
Is there a clear spot off the balcony where I wouldn't land on anyone?
Yeah, you can spot a space because you know, there's room for bleachers for people to watch the parade go by, and because it's so early, there's not really anyone around yet behind there. It's more people practicing and stuff like that.
Well, come on, gang. There's a pot. There's a there's a there's a parade to go to, and she's gonna step off the balcony.
Did you teach her that? Lily asks you, Sigrid.
No. No, I not teach her that.
It's kind of your signature move.
I mean, I not do it so much anymore. I know ruin all my clothes.
Like, stop doing it when you had to start getting your own clothes? That
Well,
checks out.
not even having to get my own clothes. You know, I did like wind up living 2 years underground, and you know, I not have much wardrobe these days.
Lily, like,
I gotta say, you've kind of mellowed out too.
Lily frowns a bit. She's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry I wasn't here for you, Sigrid.
No, you protect Mila and Ray. Like you protect yourself. Like you you do what's best. Without you three here, I was able to do what we need to do. Like you think I'd be able to have bomb laying Dama the way we did to end this thing? if you was all still on island, no, no, no.
Besides, you're a
you make
sniper,
right choice.
Magnet.
Nod,
Wasn't safe here.
nod, nod.
Yeah.
Like, so that cartoon girl, she'll be fine though, right? She did.
Oh, no,
I
not at all. She's a mess.
Sigurd just points over at Violet and just nods a little.
Anyone like want to lift down to the ground?
Piotr will help her up and carry her on his.
Huh?
I
Who?
thought that we're asking to if somebody was going to help her.
No, Lily, we're asking if
No,
anyone
Lily
wanted
was asking.
a teleport to the ground.
Ah, sorry, my bad. I missed it.
Sure, I'll take it.
She's still stood behind you, and you feel like a tug on your whole body from everywhere at once. You can sort of try and resist it if you want to, but it takes a conscious effort. And
That's fine.
in this instance, yeah, it feels strange. Everything shifts around you suddenly, and you're on the ground next to,
The accordion.
yeah, very flat Abby.
Not flat. She's accordion. You know, she's literally like.
There
Well,
you
I
go.
don't know how to play the accordion, but I know how to play the violin.
Mwah, mwah. Yeah, someone walking past in the parade's got a trombone, and they do the mwah, mwah, sad trombone sound at you.
But they're still setting out the parade. It hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah, no, it's not
It's
starting
super
proper
early.
for another hour and a half at least. And then like this evening, the kings and queens and what do you call royal enbies? and the royal enbies will be chosen.
What?
Non-binaries. NBs,
Okay.
bro.
Oh, okay. I
You
was
not got
thinking in
NBs
terms
over
of the
there
government.
yet? Oh, is that
It's-
No, different kinds of kings and queens in mind.
right? No, yeah, the Saturnalia kings and queens and NBs. um, you know, they get to order the rest of you around. That's the election everyone's been talking about this whole time.
Clearly. That would be a fantastic way to decide who rules.
Saturnalia, kings and queens, and thus new supreme leaders are South Park. Roy Scatter.
You should bring. Oh, you can do that. You can. She kind of sticks her thumb in her mouth and blows real hard. And she turns back into normal human shape.
There's a couple of frames where you're, a balloon, and in a few years they will make fantastic memes.
You should bring the rest of the girls down. Oh, I mean, the rest of the guys down. I mean, the rest of the gang down.
Like, yeah, I'm not hanging around. I've got like a busy day. But yeah, and then pop. And then who's next? Unless you're taking the lift or the stairs if you're like crazy.
I'll just take stairs.
Yeah,
Ben.
I was gonna get some breakfast. You want some
Like,
eggs, Sig?
Ooh, yes, yes, I eat eggs.
like there was a waffle stand outside already set up that smelled amazing. I was gonna get some of those.
Ooh, I could do waffles.
Yeah, that'll work.
Like,
Mhm.
here, wait. And then Lily disappears, reappears in kitchen, grabs a frying pan, opens fridge, grabs a pack of bacon, starts frying some bacon. disappears, reappears behind Sigrid and Violet, hand on each of your shoulders. You feel that familiar tug.
Don't you do it.
You know, fun. She takes her hand off Violet's shoulder, and pop, Sigrid is on the floor across the street from Abby and Mary in front of the waffle stand.
Alright, get my wife, would you?
Like, oh my god, Sigrid, just pop. About 10 seconds, pop, and Hannah's like, I was brushing my teeth. She's holding a toothbrush, and Fenn's there as well, and he was asleep, and he's just like,
Aw.
he's doing that thing where he squints, you know, like it's too bright out here compared to the room we were in, and he's just looking around like drowsy. Where am I? And then Lily's like, "Give me that!" Snatches the toothbrush. Pop. Big furry dude, Piotr.
Yeah, he'll definitely go for waffles.
Pop. Piotr gets teleported. Now, like, I've got a busy day. See you guys soon. Pop. Violet, like, take that bacon down with you for with those waffles. That will be fucking tasty. And then Lily actually just grabs a huge bag of, like, chocolates that were on the counter and starts shoving them in her face and disappears. Does Violet appear at the ground floor sometime later with bacon?
Eventually, yeah.
Everyone's already
I'll
had a
take
chance
extra-
to eat like a full
I'll
waffle
take extra
each.
whipped cream. I'll take caramel on top, and then I'll take popcorn on that, and then extra chocolate on the top.
Waffle
At the waffle
guys,
stand, currently ordering.
yeah, just staring at you, nodding, adding all these things.
And jelly beans.
Big scoop of jelly beans. It is a monstrosity of a waffle. It's got at
Yeah,
least
eat it in
one
one bite.
scoop of every. You like went through all the toppings, and then went through them all again.
Yep. Like, she does that thing where she unhinges her jaw and just consumes the entire thing, including the plate, and then spits out the plate afterwards.
It's the Ed, Ed, and Eddie style, where your jaw drops to the floor and then you just walk over the food. Very nice, very good. Hey, I am wanting the foods.
So much. But yeah, parade. Woo!
Yeah,
It's one of those parades where they throw candy at you, or where you throw candy at them.
Or is it the kind you get at Mardi Gras, where they throw something else at you?
Yeah, they throw candy at you, but then you might get tricked, and they'll like throw something gross at you.
Nice.
Then also you're encouraged to throw gross things at the ones that throw gross stuff at you. And
There's just
Do we still have that body of the giant leech?
No.
No.
I would have pulled something out by now, and would have dissipated.
Oh god.
I
It's like they probably put it in like the fridge or like somewhere so it didn't just like rot, and now they're worried that it disappeared.
Oh yeah, God, Mila's like, I must study this. And now she's like,
Then
oh
she
yeah, the
checks
leech.
later and it's gone.
Oh shit. Nobody move. Everybody...
Actually, I will have pulled out a classic like marching band uniform.
Oh, very nice. Is it in color?
No.
Black
Whenever I
Parade.
pull anything out, it's always my themed.
There's some people in Black Parade gear, you know, emos. They've got the fringes. They're just like, oh, awesome. As they walk past you, cooking in the Nirvana sun.
I am going to activate my serendipity to get involved in the parade somehow.
It's gonna
There's a
happen.
big floating of you.
She pulls a Ferris Bueller.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a Ferris Bueller. You're like at the front of the marching band.
No, I'm probably just okay because I have to do it in a ridiculous way because that's how my serendipity works. So, like, I am watching, and then someone jostles me, and I like fall down an open manhole that was open for some reason,
There we
and then
go.
pop out of the another one in the middle of the street, and land directly in front of the parade, and look around and just shrug and start marching.
There you go. Like cut to the the TV people commenting on the parade. And who's this at the front? Some mascot? Not
And I'm doing a
familiar
bad
with them.
job.
Definitely not a mascot. How can you tell? Well, I mean, look at that dancing.
Yeah, I mean, it must be some South American brand, right? Maybe, and then yeah, then the presenters get real racist with it. Get like booed. You could hear the audience booing them.
We like Abby. Don't insult Abby.
Pretty much.
Woo!
Mary's right there with the booing. Boo.
It's a Rudy situation. He gets carried on people's shoulders.
The marching bands, of course.
Uh-huh. It's the best performance they've ever given. And it starts snowing.
I mean, that's me. Everyone else. It starts snowing. What?
For the first time in 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, it's probably MetaHuman doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looks towards
Yoda
Peter.
looks around.
The doy.
Peter looks around. He looks at everybody
Everyone
looking
looks at
at him.
him.
Yeah, when everybody just looks at him, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this. Am I, GM?"
No, it's not you.
Yeah, he takes a second and he looks at everybody. I'm not doing this.
But by by the afternoon, there's a decent amount of snow on the ground. You
Not
could
just
assist.
localized, like over the entire island.
It is. Yeah, no, it's over the entire island. Whoever's doing this must be pretty powerful. There weren't any
Cool.
announcements that it were planned or anything either.
God, so hates the snow.
Yeah, Secret's shivering. Hannah's like, "Don't worry, babe," and she like gets you a coat and stuff. Hannah gives you.
Unless it gets real cold real quick, I don't think
It's true.
Sigurd's like shivering. She's got a high HD and everything. It's just, oh, I hate snow.
It does get pretty cold.
Okay.
A bunch of street vendors make a killing selling coats.
Hot cider and stuff.
Yeah, hot cider. Oh shit, that is sold out quick. The hot cider producing metahuman who drank the hot cider fruit. And yeah, now produces hot cider from the fingertips is like just knackered. You can see him. Oh, took it out. I have no more cider to give. The person who can brew at astronomical speeds and the person who can make apples appear out of thin air are working overtime, but they can't keep up either. But they've
I
all
mean,
made a
some-
killing. They've made some pocket money.
Sometimes you just have to cancel the parade and go underground, or move the parade underground.
As the night goes on, I mean, it's a gorgeous scene as the kings and queens of Saturnalia get declared, at least the Unisur ones. I mean, it's like the main celebrations all do seem to be occurring in the Unisur district through the central business district as they used to. They do verge into the USSR's areas, past places like the parade goes right through a chainsawed section of wall. The parade could not have taken the route it does if it wasn't for a wall that had been chainsawed repeatedly during its construction. Until they essentially gave up and just decided they were going to put a checkpoint there on January 2nd.
Which is why they recognized that there was a chainsawed wall section. Like, oh, you're the one. All right, we use that.
Well, Abby's leading the parade. It takes this route entirely by accident as Abby goes into autopilot, planning on chains. Like, you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna go chainsaw that wall some more. She's like, oh wait.
I would totally do that. What is the funniest route I could take? Because that is the route I will guide us down.
I don't even know. You're like on the beach at one point, like parade floats getting stuck in the sand.
You definitely have to get lost at some point.
This
Like,
is a really
none of the parade
strange
knows where they are.
route they're taking, Jill. It's like they seem to be going underground now. So I guess we'll catch back up with this as they, and then there's like balloons, getting stuck in the tunnel entrances. And then you just all pop out with the balloons all sagging and getting dragged behind outside the other end. And the hot air metahuman pumps them back up, and the Genevieve's there, making the fabric fix its holes. Abby's twitching around like her grudge. Abby has become the Ring video. That's hot too.
Oh, sorry.
Wouldn't kick Samara out bed, honestly. Like 7 days till I get smashed at.
What?
In this universe, Samara's an adult. Not Samara, Sadako.
What?
You're all
Oh.
lame and you don't like.
I mean,
horror
I
as
get the
much as me.
reference. Just
don't-
wondering
Anyway.
why you'd want to smash. Never mind.
She's in black and white, bro. She's got that CRT grain on her. Perfect. Anyways. Yes.
The parade lasts like an hour and a half longer than it's supposed to, and by the end we end up someplace wild.
Yeah. This place absolutely ridiculous. But it looks great because of the snow, and the kings and queens get declared, and the royal MBs. Anyone you know? Pingwing's one of them. Pingwing is declared the royal emperor of,
Yeah, I buy it.
and it was Pingwing that did the snow.
Okay.
He addresses the crowd, flaps his wings, turns around, shakes his ass, throws joints from his royal float while he puffs down on a massive blunt.
You gotta love his policies.
He does make sense more than other politicians.
I like the way he gives us drugs.
It's that penguin chronic as well. It's good stuff.
And at the end of the ceremony, 500 pounds of fireworks go off.
Nice.
Like all at once, I imagine.
No. Well,
Are they
kinda.
also sponsored by Camel?
It's like
it's
the
a
big
barrel?
pile that goes off. Yeah, the barrel with fireworks poking out, right?
Yeah.
And like it's got a
Awesome.
one big fuse coming out of it, and then it shakes and wobbles as fireworks pop out, and it lasts a good 20 minutes. And there's so much smoke. There's so much smoke. The smoke is real. The fireworks are cartoons, but the smoke is real.
I mean, the smoke is black and white. Of course, it's real.
hmm
Well, no, because the things that happen chemically would still react to the way they would in the real world. So, like, the fireworks go up and they're like, like cartoon whistles, and then they explode and they're actual colors and stuff like that. And the smoke would be real. It's everything reacts to the real world in the correct way. It's just weird how they get there.
It's weird how they get there. That's like
Sorry,
totally deep, dude. Some massive stoner who's just been scooping joints up off floor says as he walks past you.
But yes, there was the fireworks show behind the end of the parade.
Woo, fireworks. Um, hmm. What are we doing next?
I mean, I kind of took control of that whole thing. Other people could do other things during that time.
Piotr, do you enter an ice sculpting contest?
Is there such a thing? If so, he will do his best and
If
participate.
if you start one, then you're pretty much guaranteed to win it.
Well, he
Would
will.
you like to judge an ice sculpting contest?
Hmm, sure. That sounds fun. Uh,
I mean, you'll have to provide the ice also, but we can get people.
Yeah,
yeah,
that is a great point.
he'll get to it. He'll make a he'll get to a good clearance place and make a few tries for how many tons would be enough, Luke? Like 2, 5?
5 tons would be good.
Okay, here's 1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
Wait, that was an IQ. Oh, sorry.
Still made it
I
though.
still passed it. Yeah. 4, 5. He's very tired, but he makes this very big arena place with a lot of like pillars that are like the marble pillars for sculpting,
Mm-hmm.
like for a lot of people to just come in and do so. And he's just gonna stay around in this place and keep concentration on it.
Awesome. I think you get like
all
a
right,
medal. You get like special recognition for Saturnalia service. It's made of chocolate.
all right, Mari. I'm thinking about an eagle. See what you can do. Speed run it.
You mean you want?
I
Sorry, you
want you
want
to
me to
use
cut
your
this
sword
up?
to chop up some ice into an eagle.
Do you want me to roll general broadsword skill or Luke?
This would be like artist,
Artisan
ice
ice.
sculptor.
I don't have anything like that.
You give me a. Would it be DX based? Do you think in this instance?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll take a DX -6 at least.
Success
Wow,
by
look at
5.
that roll. Holy shit, that's a pretty passable eagle.
I mean, it's more of a falcon than an eagle, but
I mean, yeah,
it's impressive.
it's a bird of prey. Give me an IQ check as well. Give me an IQ at a -5. Yeah, holy shit.
My bad. It's an eagle.
Yeah, that's great. Like, you're saying that's a falcon more than an eagle, and then someone pulls out the phone. Uh, one of the
One of the
fancy
nerds.
phones.
One of the nerds posting it on.
Yeah, nerds is here. Yeah. It's like, excuse me. According to my Palm Pilot, that is exactly an eagle.
I have the one thing. It's swords. Also, I'm going to take 11 points of corruption for earlier. I forgot about that.
Excuse me, you have the one thing? I have slain many an eagle. And because we're talking about eagles, I've got to have the eagle show up. Piotr,
Yeah,
you've got an eagle friend, right?
yes. Her name is Vivi.
Vivi.
Yes. Let me
Like
get
Dee
it.
Dee's friend from Dexter's Lab.
Sort of, yeah. Her name is Alviera Wins, but the short nickname is Vivi.
Vivi.
So, yeah. So when Piotr looks at your eagle statue, he actually smiles and says,
Oh, that is actually reminiscent of my sister. Well done.
Your sister is an eagle?
Adopted, but yes.
Oh, that makes more sense.
She's right here. She's stood behind Piotr. She's approached and she's got like a eagle eyebrow raised.
He's like, it's almost as if I could see her right now.
Is she the eagle behind you?
he turns back turns back to the statue, turns back, turns back into the statue, turns back and hugs her.
She like hugs you back and does the big wing stretch and then wraps them around
Aw.
you.
Aw, that's
And it's,
adorable.
She like rubs a beak on your shoulder.
so they hug and it's adorable.
Yeah.
He
She
is a
does
very
like
sweet family.
a low hoot. And yeah, I'm sure she gets introduced to your friends.
Yeah, he will like he introduced her to everyone. He will say, well, this is BB, and she's my sister. And this is Mary, and this is Violet, this is Abby, and this is Secret.
Of course, I know Sigrid. Hello. If Sigrid's knocking about, I won't be surprised if James is knackered or slightly AFK.
No, I'm here. But knackered is it's been a week, so
Accurate. Someone crashes the ice sculpture festival. Suddenly.
Dun dun dun.
I knew that was you. She suddenly breaks off the hug and turns. Oh no.
Also turn.
Uh, well, he turns, and who is this?
Who is
It
it?
it
What did they
is.
break?
I have got a picture. I have not uploaded it to Roll20 yet. What an absolute nerd. It is a bear, but he's brown. He's not white like everyone. Holy shit.
Jesus.
These are bears, not humans. His fur is brown. Piotr has white fur and black skin. This bear has brown fur and I don't know what colour its skin is. Those of you who know about bears can see that where Piotr is a polar bear, this is a Kodiak bear.
Kind of grayish pink, I think. It's
Grayish.
ugly as heck.
Do not shave the bear.
No, they don't
That
look good.
also, it's just a bad idea in general.
You don't even want to get close to this bear if he's doing his shit.
Does the bear
Gray.
look like
It's
it's in a
gray.
good mood?
No, but that might just be his face. It's like,
Uh,
I thought I would find you here.
we get serious. Does this trigger bad temper or no?
Mm, maybe. Roll control.
On rolling.
How'd you do?
I succeed by 2. Is that enough?
That's fine. Yeah, no, you don't have to trigger your bad temper. You can't
Okay.
tell how he is at minute. You can't tell if he's being friendly or joking. It's been a long time. It has been a long time.
He very slowly steps like away from the group and says, Basil?
Vasil. Yes. There we go. And he is. You can't put decals on clothes, or at least I can't in Hero Forge, and I don't think they've got a hammer and sickle anyway. But imagine a hammer and sickle on his chest. And you can see that he's left a trail of melted snow behind him. And like the snow around him now is kind of melting pretty quickly. Like he's giving off some heat. Boy is warm. And he says, "Give me a minute, and I will hug you, brother."
brother.
He's Basil. He's my brother. Adopted
And Vivi, don't tell me Horn's here too. He just looks at your face for a second. and I think your body language probably gives it up. Oh no.
I
No,
I
yeah,
don't
he
I
looks
don't
pretty.
have
He looks
okay.
fairly dumb, and he just looks at you, and he's like, yeah, just mouth open, goes quiet.
He's like, why are you here?
It is work. We are defend. Borders are open. There is parade happen. I want to take in local culture. This is my country now for at least 4 years, maybe 50.
We did wander into the Soviet district.
You did wander into the Soviet district at one point. You came right
Fair
through
enough.
section of town. You went past my house. I was enjoying lunch. You want herring? I have some herring.
I'm
So long as
fine.
it's not red herring.
Is pickled herring. Good joke. Yeah, it's Sigrid, no?
Yes, I see grid. And it multifaceted joke because, you communist.
Yeah.
And, the red herring thing.
Mhm. I am
Aren't all
Vasil.
herrings red?
Mm, I don't know. I'm only familiar with the pickled kind. And he offers a pickled herring that is not red, it's kind of grey. Like a shaved bear.
They're kind of a blue
Piotr will
fish.
pass.
Is it like
Violet
a.
will
They're
take the herring.
You have pickled herring? That's it. Never mind.
It's more of a dare food than anything else at this point.
Good save. Violet takes the pickled herring.
sure. I'll try some.
It's tasty. I mean, I like it, you know?
All right. Salty and meaty.
Yeah, salty, meaty. If you like anchovies, it's a bit like that.
Real life, I absolutely despise all canned fish other than tuna.
Oh, that's sad.
Even then, I would prefer most other fish.
I love me good, like, just tin of sardines as a snack.
So that's not a hare? Am I hearing and that's a fish?
Yeah,
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
fish.
a herring's a
herring.
fish.
A pickled herring. It's a type of
Oh,
fish.
got it. Yeah, sorry. I thought that was a pickled hare.
No, but that would be funny.
Yeah, he will take some fish.
Yeah, I can
Sorry.
see why you'd pass on the hare.
I heard heron first. I was like, weird to have a pickled bird, but
So, as people approached him, he did hold his hand up, and he's got these two bands around his arms, and one of them's got like a little display on it. And he has a glance at it, and he says, "Just a moment. Okay, it's safe." And then he steps forward, and you can see the snow's not really melting anymore around him. And he gives you a big old hug, Piotr.
He will give him a hug back.
He's almost as big as Piotr, but not quite. But he's like a couple of inches shorter than you, but he might weigh the same amount as you, because he's got a bit more muscle on him than you have.
But he gives him the biggest warm hug that he can be since he hasn't seen him in years, and he is very, very glad to see him well after so long time.
Very glad to see
Especially,
you also, friend.
no,
Comrade.
Comrade. Da. So, you have chosen districts? South America.
Yeah, it seems that we need it.
It seems they won't interfere with your culture. Hopefully you will choose the correct path.
He stays silent.
So does Vasil for a moment. And then he says, "Anyway, I have work. Be careful not to stray when borders are in place if you are not resident."
I'll make sure to remember. But regardless, it's good to see you.
And you. And he does
Are
the
are,
like.
are you guys gonna exchange numbers or something?
We just passed his house. I believe, right?
That's amazing. No, you totally did.
Here's my number. Let me know if I can ever be of help.
He texts your number. And he says, "That's my house right there. You're welcome anytime. And even when borders are in place, it's you can still move through. What if you want work in this area? Of course, we welcome all workers. His glorious union of workers, comrade."
I'll keep it in mind. Work is always a good, sorry. I'm always looking for work.
And he nods at all of you. And he says, "Space for all hard workers, equal compensation to all. Beware. South America has the capitalists, much like EU and US. Not as bad at the moment, but they can get there. Socialism is only way to ensure good treatment for all of a country's citizens." And then he like bashes his chest. He's like, "Das Vidania, comrades."
Theater waves.
Like while he walks, the the national anthem of the Soviet Union plays, and it's an absolute banger.
Nice guy for a Soviet.
And it's not to be confused with the Red Army theme from Red Alert 2.
More hunt for the Red October.
Peter, no, not, and says, yeah, he is nice. I just was afraid. We did not left on the best of terms.
Doesn't seem like he's holding any kind of grudges.
I'm glad. I'm really glad.
As he walks away, you can see he starts getting warm again. Like it's a conscious effort for him to not be giving off heat or something. Anyone here got Ultratech devices on them on all the time, usually? Things like Geiger
Yeah,
counters?
probably.
As that guy...
Not Geiger.
Okay, never mind. But you could tell he was warm.
Mhm.
No hints. Everyone forget what I just said.
Dun.
As day turns to night and the cold sets in a bit above ground, Penguin's like, "I don't know how long this is gonna last, sorry." And then he just disappears. Everyone's lost him.
Like, wait a minute, did we just agree to an eternal winter? Is that what we just voted for?
But yeah, people start going below ground and it becomes a raving time. Let's have a quick scene change. It's a classic. It's in your district. Decadent sex. Just gotta grab and... No, I don't think I even do need to grab and delete everyone. It's just a bunch of no faces partying here.
I love that our bar that we go to is freaking just tiny.
Of course it is. It's amazing. They
Those
love
are the
you.
best.
I don't know. Do they really love Abby coming in? She kicks down, open the door, and goes, the party has arrived."
Kampai! Abi-chan! All the Japanese people who frequent this bar, given that it's bang in the middle of Yakuza territory, shout over. They fucking love you here. When you walk in, the person behind the bar like goes, "Oh, oh," and they turn over and lean over and flick a switch, and the projector that's normally, just showing like random scenes of people dancing and weird stuff, kind of, the ambient club TV screen business, it switches to a remix of just clips of Abby on film from the cartoons
Like-
she were in.
Oh, okay. Did we ever decide if if it was part of the popular one or if it was just like a studio that died in the?
Like studio that died, like you pretty much, I think you were in the public domain even kind of thing. But you just weren't known. Like few people knew that you actually even had a name or anything. But you got used in advertising occasionally because you were free.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Everyone cheers.
Woo!
And then
then
bartender's like, drinks on the house for you lot.
Sweet.
finally,
Piotr looks
The
at
most-
Abby as. Sorry, go on.
the most bendy of like dances ever.
Nice. Like
too
one of
many
those really
people in the
awkward
bathroom.
tall people dances, but it works because you're actually that flexible.
Wacky waving inflatable arm
Exactly.
flailing tube man.
Hey, Ichiro. She's leaning over to chat with the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a friend who's looking for a fight. Do you know if anybody's set up yet? I know the regular stuff aren't happening until January, but I mean, someone's got to be doing something for the festival, right?
Which friend? What are the stakes?
She looks over for Mari. Did Mari come with us down here?
Probably.
Yeah, she would have come with if you're talking about the fight.
Looks over the bar. That frumpy-looking girl over there.
Did you carry the sword with you everywhere, Mary?
Maybe in like a little bag sometimes, like a duffel bag.
Okay, but not like you're obviously carrying a sword around.
Yeah, unless it's somewhere where I know I'm going to need a sword.
Mm-hmm. So
You know what? Probably the best thing for this area is a Kendoka bag. I don't know the actual name, but it's basically
Yeah.
the bag that carries their wooden swords.
Uh-huh. Looks over, and she's like, I can get you good odds on that girl in any fight.
Well, nothing too respectable. I'm not sure how good she is at holding back.
Sword fight?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put her against anybody that we actually care about. But if somebody else is running a fight that we could jump into,
I can get you a space. Let me talk to some people.
appreciate it.
It's a big week. There's stuff happening.
Sweet.
Just keep in mind, she's not big on mercy.
Nods. You scared of dying?
You would have to try really hard.
Nods. Let me see what's going on. And yeah, that'll get
Sure,
set in
appreciate
motion.
it.
How about another quick break and then come back for a final section?
Cool.
Sounds good.
We'll
Yep.
be right back. We're back. So, it's 6 months after the nuke. We're having a bit of a chill time. You all attended a very swanky party last night that immediately became a very brutal rager. But it was with the movers and the shakers and the political uppers and comers. You've had a Saturnalia parade where a magic penguin made it very snowy. It's still very snowy. Piotr made an ice sculpting contest, ran into a couple of his old school friends, orphanage friends, brothers and sisters. They're essentially siblings. They grew up together. They're all around the same age. They might be all exactly the same age. Same birthday.
Same parents, even. Unlikely.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're already live. Sorry.
Oh shoot, sorry.
It's all right. We've only been going 2 seconds. Oh, recap done essentially. Yeah, because
We're in
it's
a bar.
cold, because it's night. You've gone below ground where the people are raving because it is like the middle of Saturnalia. How long does it last? A week?
Till the 24th.
Till-
17th to the 24th.
And it is currently the night of the 21st. So yeah, middle of Saturnalia. Everyone be dancing averagely.
Adequately is how I'd prefer to refer to that. Adequately.
What's the roll for dancing?
It'd be a DX -4.
You're probably not dancing after this ever again.
It's also one of those skills that cares a lot about familiarity.
It's actually DX -5, but that's pretty good. Oh no, wait, that's Mary.
Yeah, I don't think mine rolled. Sorry,
It's all right.
it's not rolling.
Don't apologize. Roll20 should apologize.
So does
Are you
Abby
putting-
mostly know like 40s dances or like 30s dances? Or has
yeah,
she
but
picked up a lot
she's
of
been
dances?
she's been here for like a year, and she's probably picked some stuff up. But the Charleston and shit like that sneaks in all the time,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
and it's very impressive with all the the bendiness.
The
Yeah,
average
totally.
dancer in this club is amazing, by the way. None of you are as good as the regulars at this club, who are all like, it's a drag club though, you know. So there's people doing like cartwheels and backflips and death drops off the
Look,
stage.
the club has this kind of a floor, and they're regulars. They know how to dance.
Mhm.
Well, if we're doing that in the dances as well, she's gonna throw some shit in.
Holy shit. Cheeky. Yeah. Oh no, Abby normally is gonna pick up she's gonna pick up the drag dancing, the death drops, the springy bounces.
Is that more like sex appeal?
Maybe. I don't
Possible.
I don't
It's
have
a,
sex appeal. I got erotic art.
it's probably a performance
That's
specialization
skipping a step.
because it stems from the Paris is Burning things.
Fair.
Does adequate in the dancing with a lot of acrobatic flair is what happens.
Which is, honestly, exactly how that stuff is. So, yeah, you're fitting right in. You get lots of cheers, lots of oh my gods. Sigrid
And then
and
she's gonna
Hannah
grab
just
Sigrid and pull those two in.
they were like, just macking in a booth. You get dragged in. Hannah pretty much just starts headbanging to Dead or Alive, You Spin Me Right Round. And yeah, this club plays a weird mix of modern techno and 80s pop. It's usually like 3 80s pop songs and then 10 minutes of techno. And the DJ is a 93-year-old woman who is like,
Awesome.
she's like 5'1", but posture makes her about 4'2". And she spins records, She's not fucking about none of that digital shit.
Oh,
Nice.
she's got records. Abby's gonna pull out a some classic 1930s like jam records that she can.
Holy shit, yeah, like some big beats and not big beats, big band music and stuff.
Yeah.
Some right jazzy shit. Holy shit. Yeah,
Like
she starts
fresh.
jiving. It's really good. I'll give her a roll actually, let's see. Maybe it fucks it up. Nope,
It's
it's
really good.
amazing. Yep.
First off,
This bar is just a really good bar.
I forgot to do this. Oh, it's slightly off.
It's yeah.
She produces records with music on it.
Mm. This woman's like,
I was
holy
going for
shit.
jazz. I was going for jazzy, but it could have been like electro jazz or something like that because I was only one off.
Yeah, you accidentally pull a record from like the 2030s. That's like the most popular dance album of that decade.
We have a Back to the Future moment where we love the first half and then it gets a little bit too far.
Nice. But the DJ's on point, so you know they mix out the whackness. And they jam.
Sigrid, give us a dancing roll.
Dance, Sigrid. I'll give you Hannah's dancing roll. Hannah's actually got dancing.
I do like that Piotr is actually not doing too bad.
He's
It's
doing
just
worse than
dancing.
Hannah. Hannah fails by one. Oh.
Oh, Sigrid's doing that kind of dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sigrid, Hannah is being a stripper pole while Sigrid grinds.
And I'm
She's
sure
had a
we've just
long
got an
month.
audience of people with their jaws on the floor.
Yeah,
I think we took over the dance floor and everyone's freaking watching at this point.
yeah, everyone is. I mean,
Well, remember, they're extremely good also.
it started as a contest because they were so extremely good, but then you pushed it, wore them out, and now it is just your group is dominating. I don't know what Fenn's doing. Should we get a dancing roll from Fen?
Yes.
Or sex appeal.
He's doing that dog thing where he jumps up on his hind legs for a couple seconds and spins around a few times.
I don't know what the
It's
default is.
-5, he makes it on the nose. Oh, for my roll, not for yours.
Oh,
Yours don't count. Get out of here. Trying to control your ally.
mine. Yeah,
How dare you?
we'll go with yours. He's on his hind legs, jumping around.
A slow song comes on, and
Also, Luke, I bet you dollars to donuts we're not better than the people. They're just giving us the space because we're kind of folk heroes at this point.
oh yeah. And maybe, it's just like you've all got beer goggles slightly, and if you zoom out, you've just forced everyone off the dance floor with your awkward movements.
My
Well,
dancing
I'm not drunk.
includes a lot of sword.
A lot of sword swinging actions.
That would take away a lot.
Yeah, there's social distancing assistance.
I'm not drunk, but I am dancing with the dog.
It's,
Your
it's,
and Fenn's relationship is perfect.
it's
Like,
Berlin, take my breath away. And Austria and Fen are slow dancing. Or
Hand in
Violet
paw.
and Fen.
Like, it's not that slow, but
Yeah,
it's still a little weird.
oh, it's cute. He's wearing his sunglasses at night.
I'll be dressing with Mary at this point if it's a slow song.
So that leaves, so Sigrid will be dancing with Hannah. Poor Piotr.
Some drinks because he's really thirsty after the last ice making.
Mm.
I am sure there's somebody in this bar who's super into the actual
Absolutely.
furry thing.
The 93-year-old DJ puts a record on, and she bites her lip at Piotr.
Didn't you take handsome, Piotr?
He is a
Yeah,
sexy
he's
bear.
Very
gorgeous.
handsome.
You know, he doesn't really need to try, and he's got a ball of HT.
Like, he is objectively probably the most attractive amongst us.
Yeah, you are being swarmed by many women, honestly,
Uh,
and men.
you he will laugh at first, chuckle and everything, and just try to hang about. But if they propose anything, he will politely refuse, saying, uh, "Apologies, I'm taken."
Well, they're all like, "Let me buy you a drink." No,
Oh
me
yeah,
buy
he
you a
would be
drink.
all up for that. He means other propositions, other fade to black propositions.
Fade to black propositions. I need to make you all fill out that document. I've already spied on what you've already filled out. Um, what am I saying? What are we doing? Dancing at a club, essentially. If you can't tell, it's a bullshit session.
Hmm.
But there is a fight that can be arranged.
I don't know. We've been doing
Yeah,
so
let's
much
do it.
fighting lately.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
figured that would happen like next game or game after. Like that's a setting up for the future thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost feel like, yeah, this is a perfect time to do some bullshit.
Cool.
Like,
I mean, you're hoping to elect your former best mate, who is corrupt in all the right ways because you know him. Lol.
I'm not sure everyone's voting for straight party lines.
Violet not going to vote for Lily. Awesome. Violet's got big plans in the works, I'm pretty sure. But you're probably doing all that from China, aren't you? Or Japan, even.
Japan, but and Lily's good. It's the other one. Like you're right. Lily is the right combination of crazy and impulsive.
Mm-hmm. There are other familiar faces in the running, not for this district, but for other ones. One particularly worrying person is Lamar Kipling, who is
Oh,
likely
jeez.
to be elected
oh, no.
president of the EU district. And
That
he is,
fucking guy.
yeah, he is pretty much responsible for all the poor conditions that people faced in the blocks and the capitalism creep that Nirvana faced in the late 90s. And the EU are pretty hyper-capitalist right now, and he fled to France when the US invaded. Like, he were already in France when the US invaded. Seemed awfully convenient to a lot of you at the time, I think. That he was on holiday at his chateau in France.
I mean, a lot of people were on holiday that weekend.
That is
Yeah.
very true. That is very true. Oh, the Nirvana Invasion Day conspiracy theorists. Gotta love that shit. So many of them are right.
Truth.
Like, certainly there are questions to be asked about what people were doing that day.
So Violet was hoping to have a brief chat with Sigrid, not this night during the celebration stuff, but like possibly the next day in the morning.
Mm.
If you're up for it, sort of for stopping by.
Just you two sort of deal.
I mean, other people can be around, but she'll pull her to the side at least because it's a little private.
You good, James?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of zony.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, no worries. Just wanted to make sure you're still with us before we did it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep. Hey, Sigrid, you got a minute?
yeah.
I, I try not to listen like too closely, but you've been thinking pretty loud lately, and I'm kind of worried about you. Are you talking to anybody about that stuff?
No, I'm fine. I don't need to talk to anyone. I'm fine.
You're not fine.
I'm fine.
Sigrid, I can see a wound in your head.
I said I'm fine.
Sigrid, if you want to pretend it's not there, we can do it better. But if you want to face it, face it.
Other people that
There,
were there overheard Sigrid like losing a temper a bit there.
there's nothing to talk about. I am fine. I strong. I warrior. There's nothing to talk about.
Hannah's just arrived back from the bathroom behind Sigrid, and she gives you a look, Violet, like, oh my god, what are you doing? No, we don't talk about this. We avoid. We pretend all fine. Why are you do this?
If you're fine, you're fine. But if you want it to go away, it's an option. Just give it some thought.
No. I want nothing to go away. I regret nothing. I'm fine.
Then my mistake.
It was, yes.
Ron Howard voice, she wasn't fine.
Nice.
Hannah will pull you aside, Violet, not long after that. Hey,
Sure.
Violet, like, Sigrid totally isn't fine. Like, yeah, I'm doing my best. I don't know. You know?
She's not going to get better on her own.
Exactly.
She needs help.
What do I do? Tell me what to do.
I'm not really sure how to deal with this with friends. Normally, I would just remove the part that's broken.
She nods. She'd hate that. Don't
I mean,
do that.
she wouldn't know, but it's still immoral.
Oh, she'd know, and she'd kill us both. Like, no hesitation. But yeah.
Nonetheless,
In the background, Sigrid is alone, dancing like someone in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
It's like the next morning, 11 a.m. in the kitchen. Sigrid's just stood over in the living room raving.
I think the big
Woo!
thing
Work it,
is
girl.
she's going to explode on someone eventually. Maybe make sure it's on someone that's going to survive.
Glances at Mary. Newbie still hasn't had one.
Until she does, she's not going to be safe.
Nods. I need to give her hints, like, watch movies about psychiatry. Maybe show her The Sopranos.
Honestly, no. Like, well, don't be the bad guy. She's going to need someone to be on her side.
Nods. You're right. Thanks, Violet.
Nods assuredly. Out of character note for viewers, that was terrible advice and do not follow it in real life.
Yes, yes.
Minutes later,
For
Hannah's
real,
like,
if you are suffering from forms of PTSD or other mental illness, please.
if today's session of
Seek
Nirvana
help.
has affected you or anyone you know, please don't hesitate to call our helpline. You can email, I think it's Luke at thekoboldcafe.com, and that might get to me. Or you can just email thekoboldcafe at gmail.com, and that'll definitely get to me. Rad.
Anyway,
Yes. Sorry, that just seemed like an actually important bit of advice that we could give.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So especially when I'm intentionally giving bad advice.
Yeah.
Like Violet was trying to give good advice, but she's terrible at this particular thing.
And Hannah's not. a great person at this sort of thing either, so she's likely gonna go straight to Sigrid and be like, "Babe, don't listen to them. Like, you know, you do you. You're doing great. I think you're doing great." Pats you on the back. Dances with you.
In my honest opinion, as a doctor, I do not believe that is correct.
Oh dear, someone says, just as they walk in. Like, sometimes I forget what year she's from. Awkward moment.
And she looks around and goes, "What?"
We don't do that anymore. Bad cartoon, someone says. And
You
like,
guys are no fun.
put some modern cartoons on. Show a. Although, you know, it's 2004, cartoons are still very much just like. You could be like, I've been watching The Simpsons all morning, bro. What are you talking about?
I like the idea of like we spend like 3 days straight catching her up on modern cartoons before someone realizes, wait a minute, couldn't we show her like real, like not cartoons?
You mean like live action?
Nah, more cartoons.
Yeah, then you just carry on with more cartoons.
Should
Stop
we
making
show
characters
her
that need
anime?
movie marathons, Tara.
All characters need movie marathons.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would happen if we
Also, her
show
animators
her?
were racist. Like, what are you gonna do?
Racist as all hell. 1930s. If we're lucky, they might have been gay.
Or was that ever?
What would happen if she started learning from anime?
Learning from who?
Anime.
Anime.
Am I not coming out well?
Switch to anime. That's it. Like, live action is like, the someone says, wait, no. We've only been showing a Western cartoons, you idiots. And then it's like, you know, Cowboy Bebop, all the others.
Nice.
Fist of the
Hey.
North Star.
At some point,
Yes.
Violet would inquire about whether or not, like, the copyright rights for Abby actually exist. Like, is she public domain at this point?
Yes.
I said she were just then, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I don't think her actual likeness is named Abby normally on the copyright-free archival footage. That's just what the animators knew her as
Fair.
in their heads, and they planned on doing this whole series with her.
Cool. And unfortunate.
But she was too mature a woman, and the studio ended up going with, you know, a much more popular male animal-like figure. Wacky Weasel, or some such. Or
Fucking wacky weasel.
Wacky Weasel put you out of a job.
Honey. Oh, honey, wacky weasel's just the worst. No one
Who's
likes him.
Wacky Weasel's real?
It was the 30s. Everybody was out of a job.
Why did I laugh
Wacky
at that?
weasel was, you know, into certain things, if you know what I mean.
We don't.
No, I have no idea what you mean.
No.
And we should probably not inquire.
Her arms start like swirling into like weird shapes, and like fingers start going through holes and like curving around each other, and she like looks at you expectingly like, ah?
Told you.
No, I still not know what you mean.
I'm more confused. Sigrid, this isn't how you said babies were made. That's what we're talking about, right?
Kinda?
Who is that?
9-year-old
One of the nerds?
uber nerd. Yeah. They were 6 when they first met Sigrid. They didn't even go to the
like
university.
the super genius.
They just showed up in the park and they were like, "Are you a real Viking? Are you really a real Viking? Like, you come from Viking times? What are you doing? What are you making now?" And then, like, the war started and somehow they were in your fucking hockey rink. And they were like, "Where are we? What's going on?"
one of the best fighters.
Turned
Yeah.
out, yeah. They were just like, oh, hey, American soldiers, I think there's some metahumans over there. And then when they all turn around, it's just like, brap, brap, brap. Plekakaket.
Right, just like the video games, point and shoot, right?
Lollipop in the mouth. Oh, that were easy.
Well, as the night starts winding down, getting us a little bit back on track,
another
Abby's
another
gonna
night been and gone.
Abby's gonna look around the bar and go like, "So, which one of you fine gentlemen is taking this bombshell of a lady home?"
They all kind of look at each
Like-
other. They have a bit, like the scrap, rugby scrum, shouldering against each other to get to the front. And one of them gets to the front.
Is it cute?
Not particularly.
He's got
Yeah.
impressive tattoos, probably.
He has got impressive tattoos. Yeah, there's the fight to get to the front, and then they all suddenly stop and part, and someone wearing a tank top starts walking forwards, and he is, he's bald. He's got multiple piercings. He is average appearance. He's covered in tattoos. He's got tattoos on his bald head. He's got his eyelids tattooed.
Well,
Yes,
you're
he's-
just colorful. She's gonna wrap her arm around his and go, "Alright, Giles and Bear. I'll see y'all later."
Good night, Toots.
Have a good night.
Mwah.
He picks you up in his arms. Walks out. Radical. You have a
Think she
night.
can get tattoos?
What?
Can you get tattoos?
Viola was wondering with the person next to her. Do you think she can get a tattoo? Like
She's already
Abby?
got one in a sexy place.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think it would work with my supernatural
Durability.
durability, yeah.
Fair.
Seen vampires with tattoos, right?
Maybe you could use marker and it will look the same.
Pretty much.
Temporary tattoos, yeah.
Yeah.
Those fake sleeves you can buy at probably Hot Topic in America.
Or, I mean, I imagine a Sharpie would last longer.
But,
I was thinking of tattoos in color.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, just slap some stickers on her for a while. Real tattoos though,
Oh.
probably not. I bet it'd turn black and white underneath the skin.
True.
And you've got regeneration, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
1
it-
per second.
it'd probably heal out pretty quick. They'd fade fast. No DR though, so it's probably doable. Huh, never thought about that.
Yeah.
Have your character just go and buy a load of tattoos and suddenly you've got distinguishing features. Distinguishing? Distinguishable. Distinguishing is something else. No, distinguished
that's Abby
is
for the
something
night.
else. Sorry,
Mhm.
I'm off the rails. It's
I mean, we're at closing time anyways. So.
yeah, it is essentially closing time, final scenes, requests time, I think.
Well,
Just
Here's
Mary
where-
downstairs murdering.
Murdering what?
Wherever the fights are.
A breakfast burrito, I hope. No people. Murder bad. Generally frowned upon in modern society.
Which is
Wherever I
presumably
can
resuming.
murder people without consequence and not feeling like a terrible person. That's where I am.
I'm not sure there's anywhere on this island that'll satisfy that urge.
So if she like straight up asks Violet, "I need a person to murder," like, we can make that happen.
Holy shit, Violet's dark.
But
Yeah.
not unless you straight up ask. Like,
Violet's just like, you want to murder a guy? I can help you murder a
Mary will control the urge for a little bit longer.
guy. I don't know,
She
roll
doesn't
with
have
will.
bloodlust yet.
there will be some pit fights eventually.
You said roll will?
Yeah, just for a laugh. More than anything.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a pretty harsh failure. I mean, yeah, I need to double
Wow.
check how many I need to convert and how often I can convert, because I think you're well due a conversion.
I
Will
currently
is
have
so low.
55, so you can convert into 2 points right now.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Ah,
I'm saving up a bit more.
thought you were rolling to see how many
Unless you
people
want
she
to count
murders.
my ice swinging earlier as a couple of extra swings of corruption.
Nah.
Alright, so just 2 points right now.
No points right now. I want to leave you on a lot of corruption.
Oh, you don't have to convert it all at once. Like,
Oh,
you don't have to give me the points as they come. They just get converted to points you can spend on me. Or traits, rather, you can give me. You
right.
don't have to give the traits immediately, I think.
So he can bank the points without spending them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just considering. I'm not going to spend or bank any right this moment, but I've got plans. I just need to make you swing your sword a lot of times. Which I'll do next session.
I mean, I'll bet on her.
Foreshadowing.
Well, she got great odds, you can't not bet on her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, low risk, high reward. The fight that gets set up for you, you find out, is against an interesting foe that's not technically a human. I don't know if you still want to go ahead with it.
Oh, yes. That sounds even better.
It sounds even better, fair enough.
She likes to destroy monsters.
Give me, I don't know, maybe Streetwise Violet?
Sure. Is this for setting up the fight or for knowing something about it?
For knowing about the foe. Okay, yeah. You find out its name, and have you got a demonology? Some kind of demon
I do.
lore? Success by 3? Yeah. It's almost a demon. It's kind of an enchanted magic suit of armor that can be willed into life and to attack someone, and it will attack until it's either defeated or it's defeated whatever it's willed to attack.
Violet's actually
Oh,
really excited when she comes to you with that information. It's like sword versus armor. This is gonna be great. And yeah, spills the beans.
And
Mary's real excited.
in all the evidence that you come up with, like on the internet, the demon dark web, it's always pictured with this sort of kusari that has got a spiked metal ball on one end and a sickle on the other end. And
Okay.
it's that typical samurai looking armor, but with like glowing fiery red eyes and magic fire at the seams. Seems to have been around since like the 1700s probably.
Oh, you mean a Kusarigama.
Kusarigama.
I was like, why does that sound familiar?
Pretty much what in Kill Bill, I forgot her name. Who's
Well,
in Battle
Whale
Royale.
Girl?
Yeah, the schoolgirl. That thing she uses. But
The mace
Awesome.
on the chain?
yeah, the mace, flail, kusari, chain, majiggy. But bigger, a heftier one.
Do you mind if I roll Spirit Lore to see whether or not I know anything?
Ooh,
Because
I
I
forgot.
actually know a
Yeah,
little bit about this in real life.
do it. I forgot you had spirit lore.
Hey,
Yeah. So, yeah, this
I give you the name, you know even more.
pretty much. Yeah, you get very excited to fight this thing.
Ooh, I wonder, is it a god or spirit? We'll have to see.
You're just ruminating. Excited to find out. And yeah, you'll probably come upon some tips as well. I've not built the thing yet, but maybe I'll give you some hints when I have.
You can build in some weaknesses to reveal.
Build in some weaknesses to reveal right as I need to.
Would you like me to link you the Wikipedia article for Tsukimogami?
Yeah. Is there like a legit spirit of a suit of armor?
So basically, a Tsukimogami is something like a tool or weapon or armor that's been possessed by a kami or spirit. Basically,
Cool.
minor god or spirit.
Yes, please. Let's make it one of those things. Awesome. And yeah, so you get pretty excited for that. Who next? Sigrid intervention?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think that's going to happen tonight.
No,
Yeah. I feel like that's a storyline that we play out.
Yep.
Yeah,
lightly over the course of the night.
She has more. She has more to work out.
um. No, I think we probably good. Shall we call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Slow burn session, but GG. I had fun. I think still no more points yet.
Yeah, no.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's fair.
We needed a session like that, honestly. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's been wild the last few sessions. So. Oh,
This was
hey,
wholesome.
nobody died.
Nobody died.
Yeah.
We made it. We didn't get the hat trick. We had James. Still alive.
Hey, James, I played Sigrid.
GG. We had Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I was playing Piotr, who is now going up on the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, you're on the uphill. Oh, them peaks, them peaks. Surely nothing will ever come from this. There will be no valleys. We
Oh.
had Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara, and I play Abby Normal, or Normali. I keep doing that. Abby Normali, and she's excited about state shanks and hammerins.
Sorry, I had to repeat it in
What?
my head. State-sanctioned hammerings. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. the the way you fucked it up was perfect. Perfect. No notes. We had CD.
Hey, I'm CD. I played Mary. Next week I get to fight something cool.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat your soul. We had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Violet, and she's worried about literally all of her friends.
Awesome. Yeah, you should be. Like,
I
not
mean-
because they're in imminent danger, but because they're all, severely troubled.
I mean, Abby seems like she might be okay mentally, but the others are. Yeah.
You can't trust it. You can't trust any instincts on Abby because she's from a different universe entirely, pretty much.
No, I think Piotr is actually probably the most stable of us.
The one who with
Really?
the literal bipolar disadvantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll be back next Friday. Thanks very much for watching with the Kobold Cafe. Find us anywhere at Kobold Cafe. Leave a comment if you think we're dickheads. So, yeah, I expect a lot of comments on this one. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, sweeties.